light and expect to win. Gotta go harder. Oh, you've gotta learn. Don't suppress your fire, baby, let it burn. Be who you are. Nobody can take that away from you. Oh, straight from the heart. No playing games. You gotta be true, true, true. You gotta be. Cause you're human. Sometimes it's gonna hurt, baby. Just let your tears fall down. No need to worry about tomorrow, baby. Cause you got time to figure it out. It's only water. It's either sink or swim. Can't hold back your light and expect to win. Gotta go harder. Oh, you've gotta learn. Don't suppress your fire, baby, let it burn. Nobody can take that away from you. Oh, straight from the heart. No playing games. You gotta be true, true, true. You gotta be. Cause you're human. Sometimes it's gonna hurt, baby. Just let your tears fall down. No need to worry about tomorrow, baby. Cause you got time to figure it out. Sometimes it's gonna hurt, baby. Cause you're
do it. Let's be live.
Welcome to the internet, boys.
Hey!
I don't
We
wanna
back.
be here.
You can't leave yet. How's everyone doing?
Good.
Oh, good.
Thanks for asking, Dom.
Yeah, just for you, buddy.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. We've just been, doing what we always do before stream. Talk about Pokemon nonsense for
Hey,
almost 30 minutes now.
And now we're here to stream us talking about Pokemon nonsense.
Yeah, that's the
what
way
we
it be.
do before and after we hit start streaming. It's all we're talking about.
Yeah.
Still.
Pretty accurate, honestly. Pretty accurate.
Things crooked. Dan,
He is.
am I low res for you? Or is that my lighting or what?
You're high res in my heart, Steve.
You're a little. I think more if you have more lamps. That would
More lamps? I can see what I can do.
to just point up at the ceiling or anything.
More lamps.
Maybe
You
I
want
can.
more
Maybe I can
lamps?
also bump up your contrast a little.
Bump it up.
Bump it up.
Bump it up.
Bump it up.
Oh, Carbs, glad to see it's going well. Carbs, who is your favorite of the pocket monsters? Do you have a particular favorite?
Who is your favorite of the pocket monsters?
All right, that's question one. Question two. If there was one pocket monster line to represent Canada, what do you think the Canadian pocket monster line is? I know what mine would be. I just gotta remember their name. Hold on.
Wait, what do you mean what yours would be?
What I would pick for
Canada?
for Canada.
Oh,
Canada.
I have an idea too.
Canada.
I'm torn between two. Both ice types, obviously.
Right, gotta be.
Oh.
You're our resident Canadian expert.
Yeah.
It's true. Well, we know Canada's made up, according to you as well. But,
Yeah, according to our Canadian expert.
right.
Better?
Is
Worse?
this too? Oh, sorry, Steve.
Oh, yeah, whatever you did is good.
He's better?
Yeah, I also just bumped up the contrast on my end, so
Whoop it up.
Oh, your hands look very
Psyduck's
dark.
cool. I like Psyduck.
Oh,
I think
Oh,
I think
man.
I'm a Golduck over Psyduck person, personally, but I do like me some Golduck. Canada isn't real. No, we know that. That like, Pokemon isn't real either. That's why we have to.
money isn't real.
Money isn't real. The economy isn't real.
Yeah.
Hopes and dreams aren't real.
It's true.
They can be made real though if you work hard.
True.
No,
If you don't
once you
consider
once
them
you hope it, it
dreams.
can never be real.
Well, that's the
Valid.
thing. As long as it's a dream, it's not real. So don't let your dreams be dreams.
Oh, dreams aren't real. That's true.
Don't let your memes be memes.
Don't let your screams be screams.
Fucking wait, what is this?
Huh?
Skunk tank or whatever.
Yeah, it's a skunk
There's-
Pokemon.
There's a lot of poison Pokemon I don't like. Like fucking look at these guys. I don't like
Those guys
any-
are great.
Hey, you.
I don't like any of these
you
fuckers.
leave Galu. I forget.
Gal Gadot alone.
Yeah, you leave Gal Gadot alone. Oh, it's Gulpin. It's Gulpin and oh, I forget the evolution's name. They're one of my. They're in like my top 20 Gen 3 mons.
Okay.
That's like 6 months, damn.
So what I missed, Carbs said that Psyduck is their favorite or the kit
Mm-hmm.
Pokemon?
That's their
Oh, okay.
take.
Did you say what your Canadian Pokemon is, Dom?
I was thinking either like Avalugg or Delibird.
Delaver's my choice.
Delibird's a good one.
That was Delibird because I feel like Delibird's got that red and white scheme, and he's also
I was
just
gonna
happy
say
to be
Delibird
there.
Almost looks like the flag.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of like Delibird makes
Aw.
sense, right?
Oh, these are so cute. I'm gonna use this image instead.
Someone's been stealing traffic.
I'm taking this real quick. I'm gonna get my rep going.
This is how I win.
Get your goddamn.
I've got my buddy too, Steve.
Can get started in a minute. I just need to get water.
Do you deserve water? Do you earn water, Steve?
Jesus, Tom.
There we go.
A real driver.
Look at my little boy. There
Oh,
he
is this what we're doing? All right, I see what we're doing here.
It's gotta happen.
Wow, Max, look at all the spaces between your mons and look at the sea of my kingdom.
I mean, it's a dime a dozen, I guess, right?
Wow.
Excuse me.
Rude.
All of these mons are better than any one of your poison types.
These are so much cuter. I like these better.
Except for Dunsparce. Dunsparce can die. Dunsparce should be a dragon type.
Wow.
I agree.
Get outta here, dude.
I agree.
Wow.
No, I agree.
Dragon
I think
type?
there needs to be one absolutely
know what?
common ass shit dragon.
And it's Dunsparce.
I would take it.
I
I would willingly take Dunsparce.
You're willingly
Yeah.
wrong.
Oh man. Ooh, I'm just
we
seeing
dragons
I'm just
accept
seeing
all.
all the fun behind me. Kecleon? Oh fuck. Ditto? Damn.
Kecleon's real fucking
Oh,
solid.
Ditto's so
Porygon?
good.
Come on.
Ditto hardly counts. If any Pokemon wasn't going to have a type, it would be Ditto.
Excuse me. We
And
all
then they
gotta
invented
start
Type No.
somewhere.
Although you can't say, look at me and these badasses around here. Oh baby.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Giraffe
Thanks,
Rig,
Look at
the
my
greatest
quarterback.
mon ever made. I love this stupid giraffe so much.
See,
They're
my
silver.
problem is they're just
They're steel
too many
type.
legends. Like I want it without the legends.
That's because you only have legends. There's
Yeah,
like
that's all you
6
have.
dragons otherwise.
That is not true.
100% true.
No.
If you take the legends out of dragon, you just
Oh my,
have
his
a
face-
how to train.
You just have a bunch of really Pokemon.
I'm sorry, I just showed you a horribly mutilated Groudon.
Oh,
Dude,
my
check yourself before you wreck yourself, dude.
My dude.
I feel like this Groudon's gonna come back to fight like Superman or something.
Yeah.
We
Well,
got
Alex,
Soul Rock, the fetus Pokemon. That's rad.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Zatu, who's a real badass. Look at this guy.
Yeah.
He's a real champ.
So no, Alex, I feel like if you take away the legendaries and the pseudo legendaries, then you actually don't have any dragons left.
Well, yeah, pseudo legendaries.
It's still pretty.
Yeah.
Hardly counts.
I mean, if you take away the pseudo legendaries from this, you lose this guy. That's it.
And
Just this guy.
you have Latios right there.
I don't see what's
that's a
wrong with
legendary.
that. Pseudo legendaries
Yeah,
are
look at that.
really strong Pokemon.
They're like basically. Nah.
Literally, the only requirements for pseudo legendaries is that there are 3 evolutions and they have their stats add up to 600, and I'm pretty sure that's it.
Golda.
Anyways.
Hold on, wait, Zenfrost.
No.
I had to pull from my magical bag of.
Great people with insults.
Basically, what I'm saying is pseudo legendary is a very it's only a term that has any use in competitive.
Wait, Zenfrox is onto something, guys. What if we have a dark type that their design is around a heckler?
A heckler.
If we're supposed to be a performance-based theme, who else would be the dark type other than just like a heckler?
The evil.
Our starter, one of our starters is already a dark comedy comedian.
Yeah.
Oh, that's totally an ability. That's one of the signature moves of
Heckle.
Calamity is Heckle.
Heckle. Yeah.
But they're
Heckle.
the comedian.
Oh,
they don't.
there's
heckle.
definitely gotta be like a move that's only good in doubles battle called crowd work, where like something like that.
Let's Steve, can we show everyone the starters we built last time?
Do you want to show them the ones that I did?
Yeah, let's show the drawing.
Voila!
Oh.
Oh, can't see it at all.
Bah. Can't see him.
It's very
No,
it's very
it's-
dark. Let me keep
Why
trying.
is it so dark?
Oh boy.
Let me try.
Literally
fiddle
did.
with
Oh,
my-
probably because it was blocking the lamplight.
Let me try to fiddle with my settings too.
Is that better? PC better?
Cool.
All right. So explain what we had from before. Yeah, it's better. Steve.
Two better.
So this is our wonderful crew of starter Pokemon. Zenfrox, that's what this is, really. It's an Asylum notepad. Anyway, these are our starter Pokemon for the New Valor region. We've got the Bunzo line, our good grass rabbit starter. Bunzo falls into Hair Trick, into Hairdini, their grass psychic. Then we got Rundilla, who evolves into Harmadilla, into Daredilla, our fire ghost type. And then Clamma, and Calamity. What was that? Our dark water
Standard,
dark
I guess.
types. You can figure out the water part. And this is New Valor version of Nut. It was their
Yes.
birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Nut.
So we have decided that it's time to expand the line, right? There's more tropic Pokemon that we need to fill out our Pokédex with.
Is that the direction we're going in? Are we
What do you
doing
mean?
Pokemon tonight?
What?
What?
Like we could design gym leaders.
I think we should stick to the mods. I think that's where the magic's gonna happen, and then we can build around that, right? I have no doubt in my mind that Pokemon designs Mon first and builds a world outside of it. But plus, it'll be a lot easier to pick gym leaders if we know what their signature Mon's going to be.
Well, we can think of like tentpole Mons for types, you know.
They're all Mudkip.
So
All of their signature Mons are Mudkip.
here's one question I was thinking of. Do we want to design the signature Pokemon for each of our Elite Four selves?
I think we should. I think we still have so many fundamentals to cover first, right? Like we got to really make sure we craft a good initial player experience, which is why I feel like we got to design things like some of the normal Pokemons that you get at the beginning, the birds, the bugs, the rodents.
Route 1 encounters.
Yeah, your Route 1 encounters, right? Let's start there and see where the evening takes us.
All right.
Maybe even the legendary, like duo or trio for this region. You know, we gotta figure it out.
Apparently, all of my silvers got fucking obliterated at some point.
This is a really dumb idea, but for the legendaries, since we're performance, can they be a quartet and we design each to be like soprano, alto, tenor, and bass?
I think that's the Mystics, not the Legendaries.
Oh yeah, probably.
Here's my question though. I think it's pretty safe to say Pokemon most likely comes up with the name of like the duality of the two games and then designs their legendaries around that. I doubt that the legendaries come before that.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think that's probably true.
Well, maybe we can
So
work
that the
up.
question is,
What are the name of
are
our
the two
games? Yeah, that's a good point.
Maybe we can just work on the Route 1 people first and work into that.
Yeah, we'll work into it. We're gonna do it. So for chat, for those of you who don't know so far, this takes place in New Valor, which is approximately the regions. It's the area of the U.S. between Las Vegas and L.A. It's a lot of like deserts
and the Grand Canyon,
and the Grand
kind
Canyon.
of that triangle.
So that's kind of the area that we're working with from a map perspective to our real world counterpart, right? It's a lot. So a dead zone, right? There's definitely a Death Valley like duplicate in there as well.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, good
Basically, yeah, some good ground types in the Death Valley area.
I think. Yeah.
What if
Oh, it's gonna be like a Red Rock Pokemon. Oh, that'd be really good. For, like,
What if-
Arizona.
What if in that area, any Pokemon that you have that aren't fire type immediately get burned on being sent out?
Oh, like a
That's-
burn
No.
terrain.
Hmm. I think it would be cool. You know how there's like always one area in like Pokemon where it's like generally like a really hard area to get through, you know? That like you kind of have to go through like a long gauntlet and fight like really strong wild Pokemon to be able to like try and get through. I feel like that would be it. Like right before the end. Like
You're like what is it called?
What?
Like Valley Road, like
not necessarily
Victory
Victory Road.
Well,
It could
Victory
be.
Road. That's it.
Victory Road, the thing with Victory Road is that's like a bunch of really strong trainers. And like, yeah, there's really strong wild Pokemon there, but generally when you're going through Victory Road, the main concern is the trainers that you run into.
Right. Yeah. Like I guess in my mind, I think it was Gen 4 where there was like the snowy mountain that you had to climb. And there's just like a ton of Abomasnows around. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Like it's like hard, there's weather effects, strong Pokemon, and it's like hard to get all the way through.
Yeah,
Anyways.
there should be a section where you have to go out to like an observatory in because star watching is a big thing right there, like in Death Valley and stuff. So you have to go out there and like collect a wishing star or something that's fallen from the sky, and then maybe there's a fight. Oh, we should do like one of those like fun little fights along the way where you have to fight different people, but there's one trainer and they each have one really strong mon, and each one corresponds to like a zodiac sign or something like that. So you have to do like the zodiac challenge or something like that, where you have to go through. And then we'll put a Ted Cruz joke in there somewhere. It'll be great.
Yeah.
Like just what every every game.
Yeah.
Lila, to answer your question, I feel like it would be a weather effect, not a terrain effect. But I don't know.
Called Heat Wave or something like that.
Super sunny day.
Just super sunny day.
No clouds. All right.
But you can overcome it by buying SPF held items.
So our
Oh yeah.
so our Route 1
Or it
boys-
acts like a repel where you spray it.
Oh yeah.
The whole party is immune to that effect for like a certain number of steps.
So Route 1.
Anyways, Route 1.
Normal types. Here we fucking
So
go.
are we
Alright.
starting with? Are we?
Bug, rodent, or bird? What's your
Yeah,
choice?
we have 3 options here. It's either bug, rodent, or bird.
There's your options.
What are we gonna do first?
I mean, this should take like 5 minutes, right? Because all we have to do is draw a bird, and then it's normal flying type, right?
The shade.
If you want to
Bird,
complain
bird.
about
Okay.
the designs
I
being
actually-
bad, we're trying to make them better now.
That's
I
it.
actually have an idea
So-
for the bird. I think it should be based on a roadrunner.
I agree. That makes a
Oh, that's
lot of
cool.
sense. That's
That's
good.
It fits the region.
Is it still flying?
It's Doduo, and what's it called? The new Galar Zapdos are the 2 that come to mind that are kind of similar.
Okay.
And they're both kind of, bipedal terrestrial birds, but they still both have flying type.
So here's what I'm thinking. Because I think we've already broken the mold by giving our types some starting secondary types they never would have had. Right. What if this is one of them stitches where we modify the bird in its final thing? I'm thinking more of like a Fletchling
Talonflame.
style line, like a Talonflame style line, right? Because it's a Roadrunner, it can either be ground or electric, and I think both of them make sense.
Ooh.
Right?
I cut.
Electric flying. All you got is Zapdos and Emolga, and those are pretty good. Electric flying is pretty powerful.
Are there ground flying types?
There's that
yeah,
one,
Landorus.
Mm-hmm.
but he's a legendary.
Yeah.
So
I think is Landorus the only ground flying type?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know.
Okay,
Probably.
so this is actually just an idea I've had for Pokemon for a really long time that I want to pitch
Mhm.
to you guys and the world. I think the ground type immunity should be taken away from flying types and given to Pokemon with certain body types that have wings.
No.
You know how Pokemon has body types that don't actually do anything?
No.
I
Aren't
think
they
it
egg
makes
groups?
more sense to give, because here's my main argument. Pokemon already kind of does this, except they give the Pokemon that don't have that flying type
Levitate.
which I think is dumb because everyone knows they're not levitating.
No.
Yeah, I kind of
No,
agree.
I think
I'm
it makes
against this
sense.
plan.
I think it makes total sense, Dan. Tell me why it shouldn't.
Because that is adding so much complication.
No, it's not.
It's not like you're eliminating a thing. You're like, well, we're taking it from some of them, but not. But then giving it to other people, but not.
Yeah. So here's the thing.
Also, I just feel like it wouldn't be easy enough to look at a thing and be like, that thing is gonna resist me, right? Like,
Why?
because then you get into shit like Gyarados. What are you gonna do about Gyarados?
Exactly. Gyarados would lose its ground immunity because that doesn't fucking make sense.
I don't think you need to mess. I don't think we need to mess with how types interact with each other.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of
don't think
mechanics we
messing
can
with-
mess with.
Okay,
is a good
here's the
idea.
argument. They've already done that multiple times, Dan.
I'm thinking we're above that.
Yeah, we're gonna design something that makes
we're
sense.
above
I think
that
it's about
chaotic
time we
stupidity.
mix things up, Dan.
I don't
think-
know.
We are above that in that we can take advantage of that and it's even better. I don't think it's a mistake.
Let's
I-
not repeat mistakes. I'm with Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I honestly think it would make more sense.
I don't know. I'm
I
not
don't-
sold.
I don't think seeing something that got smashed with a hammer is going to be fixed by hitting it with another hammer. That's all I'm going to say. I'm
What
saying if
is
you're
that
saying
analogy?
they've done it before, it doesn't mean you need to do
I don't
it
know.
again
I'm
and
kind of
it's
tracking
fixed.
what Dan's
Yeah.
saying. I'm picking up what he's putting down. Let's go back to
Because
figuring
here's the thing.
out.
Well, here's the thing. I have put the work into this. All right.
Wow.
They're the only flying type Pokemon that don't have like wings it would make total sense that ground types would affect that. Like, you've got Doduo and Dugtrio. You've got Gyarados. And, like, I think maybe one other one that I'm forgetting about. But other than that, pretty much every flying type Pokemon would be able to fit into my body type or body shape
Then
method.
why would you put in this
unaffected.
just to confuse 3 Pokemon or whatever?
The problem isn't flying, though,
not
Alex.
only
The problem
does it-
isn't flying,
not
though.
on- Well, hold on. Not only does it remedy the question of why can't Gyarados get hit by ground, but it also remedies the question of why Flygon has to have Levitate. All of a sudden, it doesn't because it has wings. It makes sense.
Here's the problem, though. The problem isn't with flying losing its immunity. It's that you've really wrecked the meta by giving way too many other mons immunity. Because there's so like look at your Max's background and your
What
background.
Pokemon has wings that isn't already flying type?
Look at all those dragons behind you. They all got wings. Look at all Max's stuff. It's got wings.
Most of the ones with wings have flying type.
That's not true. I think you would add at least 100 more mons that are now immune to
No.
ground.
Yeah,
Absolutely
there
not.
are so many mons with wings.
Absolutely
If
not.
you're including levitating, not 100 more that have wings. If you have more that are levitating, if you're just going off, like, you just have to look at the design and know, and there's no other indication because type and ability don't tell you, that is so internal.
Okay.
Yeah.
There are flying Pokemon that have a body shape that isn't that winged body shape, and are you suggesting that those Pokemon lose their resistance to ground even if they are off the ground?
Like which ones?
Driftbloom doesn't have wings.
Is it flying type? It's ghost flying?
Yeah.
Well then, I don't know, give it levitate.
But
What?
that
That's
doesn't-
exactly what you were trying to avoid.
Yeah.
That's
No, but that makes
exactly what you were
sense.
trying to avoid.
Okay,
All right, let's put Alex's hammer
Oh my
away.
God.
Let's start thinking about the Roadrunner.
All right, we got to start with the pun, right? That's always step one.
All right,
What's
I've
the
already
pun?
got Road Rumble.
Mm.
I think a flying fighting type would be fun for Roadrunner.
We don't need more fighting types in this generation. I hate fighting types.
Don't have a
going to have
single
no
fighting
flying
type.
Already too many.
But
I
here's
kind of-
here's my main argument against that is I mentioned there are already 2 Roadrunner-like Pokemon. There's Doduo/Dodrio, and then there's the Galar Zapdos. Galar Zapdos is flying fighting. So it would just be a non-legendary ripoff of Galar Zapdos if we did flying fighting.
I like ground flying. I think that's really interesting.
I think ground flying is the move.
Yeah, I
honestly.
think because
I
it's
like it.
flying, because it's
Okay.
a bird, ground because it runs on the ground.
Come up with a name then. I was trying to think of names while you guys were arguing, and that's
I'm
what
thinking about something with
What about
like canyon? Huh?
Route Runner? Because in Pokemon,
I don't hate it, honestly.
I don't
I
know.
do.
I don't like that.
I think
It's
route
too
is the right.
long.
I think route's a good way to go, though.
It feels too meta.
Too meta?
For no reason.
Like Roadrunner?
I don't
The
think
IRL too meta?
I don't think run should be in the name because we already have Rundilla.
True.
Roadie.
I mean, if anything, if there was going to be a fighting type that's like your classic 3-stage fighting that's more human than it ought to be, it would be like a roadie guy, like a guy lifting a speaker or something like that. A guy like holding like a truss.
Wait, Dom, if we went the other way with that, we could do flying electric, and it could just like have an amp or something.
I think we want to save that though. I think ground flying is the move
don't
here.
you dare give it an object, Steve. Don't
I'm sorry, I'm trying to move the stream along.
It's tough.
Well,
It's
what
tough
kind
being
of
brilliant.
design would we give a Roadrunner?
Oh, I think it's dependent upon the
It
name.
kind of depends on the name, I feel like. Or it's kind of like chicken and egg, right? Let's take a look. Can you pull up a picture of a Roadrunner, Dan?
I can, yeah.
I'm
Let me make
scrolling
a
through 'em
browser
right now.
service.
If I think you can start working on a general body shape.
Oh.
I like this one of it sprinting. I think it's a good. The little sprinting photo is a good one.
Sprint.
Terity?
Sprint man.
I like Terity for the first form.
This is gonna be a 3-stager, right?
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
All right. So let's see Terity. I think that's a good start, honestly. Little Earthbird.
Oh, wait. So
Ooh.
I think that name comes up with the concept because it's a parody.
Of what? Also, Steve, I think you
That's
want
not
to.
what I want.
All the MySpace accounts. Also, Steve, I think you want to
Get me
go
out
big
of there.
here with your drawings. I don't think these can be as small as the last ones were, just because, for clarity reasons.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna want to go much bigger.
We'll do like one evolution or like one, Pokemon line per page kind of thing.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be about the right size. Terra from Earth, D from Rookie D.
Well,
Yeah.
D has a couple bird things named whatever.
I feel like it should have like really like thick, like running talent.
It's gotta have some.
like
It's gotta have
boots.
some thick thighs in
Yeah.
this bird.
It's mostly thighs.
We do have to make sure it's not just Dodrio.
Correct.
What if I just give it human legs?
I think it's thick instead of tall. I think it's still
Well, wait.
relatively short.
Wait. We can't. We have to figure out what of the three, like what changes with it too, right? Like where do we end up?
I
Because
think
that will
it-
inform where we start.
I think it'd be fun if it started just ground type and then it sort of gained its flying as it went.
I think it would be the opposite. Oh, we could reference one of my favorite things of all time, which is maybe it's a bird that starts off flying and then its legs grow longer and then the final evolution is its feet on the ground, right? Like the bird grows down into the ground. And then the Pokédex entry could be like, whatever the final Pokemon, starts their life in the air, but slowly they gravitate back toward the ground, finding it faster to hunt and evade prey, or something like that.
I like that.
So it starts off like tiny and small and flying, and then the next evolution.
Wouldn't be the name of the first one then.
Yeah, because if we're going with the Earth-based name,
Mhm.
How about Terradont? Because it's not on the
then
ground.
Terra Do, then Terra D. Yeah.
We found it.
Grouseprin?
Grouseprin.
Like grounds.
Grouse.
Yeah. Grouseprin.
Grouseprin.
Grouseprin's not a bad name for
I
the
think you
final
could probably
one.
take out the U with the spelling.
Well, a grouse
That'd
is
be-
also a bird.
Mhm.
Oh!
Yep.
Oh, like
Oh!
grouse? Oh, okay, I see. I
Wow.
see. Never mind, then leave it
It's got 3 levels.
in. Fuck. This
Mm-hmm.
could also be, call me a heretic, but I am a fan of Tailo and Swellow. It could be a 2 evolution line.
I would be okay with it.
I think for conceptual
I-
reasons,
No.
it lines up.
I don't think it needs to be a 2. So I agree. I also really love Tailo and Swellow, but I think we could totally just do 3 evolutions with this one.
I just don't know how we would get 3 distinct designs.
I kind of like the idea that it starts out just flying, and then it gets flying ground, and it's a 2-stage evolution.
Unless if it gets more ground
For
and
the
it's
starting-
like
for the starting route-
route.
For the starting route birds, I prefer when they have 3 designs. And
I think from a game
about doing
design
3
standpoint,
distinct designs, I like there really isn't, there doesn't need to be that much complaint. Like we can design the first one, design the third one, and then find like a middle ground design.
I think it's just a version of the first one with longer legs, right?
Yeah.
That maybe are more pronounced in the image.
But still flying, and then
Still flying.
And the third one, its wings are like at its side or something.
Exactly. The wings get tucked away because it doesn't need them anymore. It's got these fast ass little legs.
Mm-hmm.
That's the magic, right?
I think the benefit to having 3 evolutions for this one, or 3 forms, is that the middle one shows the process of legs getting longer and the wings getting shorter.
Yeah, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Does the middle one have ground as well?
I would say it probably gets it on the third one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think for balancing reasons.
Yeah, for balancing reasons, right? Because you don't want this thing to be overpowered at the beginning.
Because you wanna have it die in your Nuzlocke to an ice move towards the 7th gym.
Towards the 7th gym, correct. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll line it up so that the gym that you would evolve it at is the ice gym.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Our game is going to be designed with Nuzlocks in mind.
Yes.
I
Specifically, there's going to be so many traps for like first time playthroughs.
God,
We'll never let you heal.
We'll never let
give
you
free
heal, right? There's
time,
no free healing in this game.
First time you walk, just when you walk into the first gym, you're forced to fight the gym leader immediately.
Yeah.
The door's locked.
We're also going to do this thing where never once is it going to telegraph what the gym is until you're inside of it, and the door's locked once you're inside.
Yeah, everyone's
so
like,
you can't prepare to know what it is.
Everyone's like, man, that gym. Oh man, yeah. That
They
type?
kind of did that. They kind of did that with Generation 6 with X and Y. I think, like all generations, there's probably a sign outside of the gym saying, like, this is the blank type gym, you know? But, like, other than that, you really, unless you looked up, like, what the gym leaders were, you really didn't know what type they were until you walked in the door, which is kind of nuts. I like it like that.
That's how it's going to be.
Yeah, it's the same normal building every time. It's gonna be a Pizza Hut that went out of business that is now a gym.
Oh, I like Jim LD's idea. Make the gym disguised as a completely normal building. So you're just walking in through people's different houses, and then you walk in, and it's like, welcome to the gym, kid. Take out your Pokemon.
There's one that just says Spirit of Halloween on it, and you walk in, welcome to the Ghost Gym. And you're like, what? I think
gym.
that is...
The tagline is, you're either leaving a winner or you're leaving a loser.
It's true. I feel like we should come up with some of the gyms are marked Poke Center. Delightful. I feel like, I mean, that would kind of go with our whole Hollywood aesthetic, right? Maybe in like the Hollywood town, nothing is what it's supposed to be. Like that's the aesthetic of the
It's
town.
all like you
go into the Poke Center and it's the gym, and you go into the mart and it's the Poke Center, and you go into a house and it's really not a house, it's actually a park, right? Like everything is like propped up buildings, and you can't actually figure out what's real and what isn't. Like maybe that's the whole like illusion of like Hollywood, right?
Like, so you walk into what you think is the Poke Center, and then it does this little animation where it zooms out to the facade of the whole building.
Yeah.
The Poke Center facade just falls down and it shows gym.
Right, and then there's a guy's like, cut, that's a wrap for today, and they all walk off screen, and now you're fighting the gym. I feel like that's fun. We should decide while Steve is working on this drawing stuff, we should bang out what the 8 gyms are going to be type-wise, right? I feel like that's an important conversation to have. And what order they show up in.
So I did throw this into an Excel sheet real quick.
Okay.
Damn it.
Basically, what I wanted to look at, and we don't have to do this at all, but what I wanted to look at were what are the most common and least common types of gyms throughout all of the generations. So let me pull that up real quick.
Blood type. Can we make a new type that's blood type?
Bloodbending type.
They're all just vampires.
I was thinking maybe they should make like a diamond type.
So
Like something that's like
harder than steel.
harder than steel, yeah. Because it's a thing that like it's neutral
I feel like
to steel.
any crystalline style Pokemon are just rock type though.
Yeah, but I think they should get rid of rock and just upgrade it to diamond.
Just
That's
retroactively make
Just
them.
retroactively like Crack. Oh, it was diamond type all along. Who
Oh,
knew?
but getting rid of rock types and changing and adding a new diamond type would mess up the meta, guys.
I don't agree with Dom's opinion, but it's better than what you were suggesting, Alex. 100%.
Lapse in fairy type. Ha 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 ha.
I stand by my idea. I think it makes sense.
Hey guys, everyone's entitled to be wrong. It's okay.
Mhm.
And I'm probably wrong.
So Alex, what is your little distribution telling us?
All right. So there are
What are the
There's
least represented
one
types?
type. There is only one type that has only had. Wait, I think I counted Elite Four as well. Hold on. Let me,
That's fine. Elite Four is fine.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, okay. This is just gym leaders.
Okay.
Really? Who else? Oh, okay. Yeah. So there is one type that has only had one gym leader. That is Dark type.
Yeah.
In Gen 8.
Gotta give Dark some love.
Wow. Yeah.
Types that have had two types, or two leaders. Ground had Giovanni in Gen 1, and I don't know their name, but someone in Gen 5.
I feel like Ground is a strong contender for.
Ground would be a pretty good.
Because
That's
have,
like a good,
we have the
like-
desert theme with our.
I'm thinking that's a good like sixth gym. Honestly, it's Ground.
Another
for
type
us.
that has only had two types is Poison. But okay, well, let's ask this question first. Our Elite Four selves are the Elite Four for New Valor, right?
I assume so.
I
So
guess
then we can't really do those types for any of the gyms.
That's probably
Right.
correct.
So
Is the champion actually gonna be a mono normal type though?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
okay, and then Steel is the other one that has only had two gym leaders. In Generation.
I'm trying to think where Steel. I mean, Steel or Electric would make sense for
one of the
the
cities.
for the Vegas city, right?
Electric is one of the ones with the most gym leaders. There have been
But
electric gym leaders.
I mean, we're
The
not
ones
gonna
with the
hit all
most
the.
are-
well, what if they added a neon type? That'd be fun, right?
The ones where there are the most is there have been 6 electric, there have been 6 fighting,
Trash. The biggest trash.
and there have been 6 water. So those 3 are the types that have had the most. Although again, if we're doing our Elite Four, then water is just Steve's type. So
Okay, that makes sense. So, Gym 1, right? First thing you're gonna fight. Taking a look at what we got. What makes the most sense?
typically, I think Gym 1 has kind of been like the ones that 2 of the 3 starters are going to be super effective against.
Right.
A lot of times it's like rock, or bug, or grass, maybe, I think, for a couple or something.
Can we make the 8th gym leader Bug just to give it the rev it needs?
Yeah.
I was
think that's
just
a-
thinking that.
I
Tom.
think
sounds
let's get an 8th gym. Alex, you gonna keep track of this?
Yeah. Give me a second.
Okay. 8th gym Bug, for sure.
Really
Right.
hard.
Your last big challenge before the Elite Four, and we're bringing back the Elite Four. Your last big challenge for the Elite Four, you got to beat this guy who's like, and maybe all the other gym leaders shit talk him the entire game, and then you go in, and it's like the difficulty gets cranked up to
Stomps your
11.
ass.
The spike in difficulty for him is absurd.
Oh yeah,
right?
like he's got 6 mons. He uses Smogon strats. Like
just quiver dancing everywhere.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the other thing about our generation. We're not gonna pretend that you only have 4 mons when you're in the 6th gym. Pretty much by the time you get to the 3rd gym or the 4th gym, I'd say everyone is using 6 mons.
I'd say 4 or 5 in the 3rd gym and 6 from 4 onward.
Exactly.
I think
Yeah.
the first 2 can have 4, and then like this, and then
First
the
one
third
will
and
have
fourth
3.
can have 5.
First 2 will have probably like 3 each. And then it'll probably be like the next 2 will have like 4 each. And then by the time you get to 5 through 8 is all 6 mons.
I think 4 should have 6 mons as well. I think it should be the back half. Oh well, I guess 5 through 8 would be the back half. I think if you don't have a full 6-mon team, even in a Nuzlocke,
Even in a Nuzlocke, yeah.
mons, even if you don't have a full 6-mon team by the 4th gym, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah, you're
What?
a bad trainer.
What if at the 8th gym, the bug gym,
Yes.
Yeah.
whoever the gym leader is has 2 Pokemon out when you only have 1?
Oh, it's a
How
no.
How would that work?
It's just a double battle if you only had one mon out.
Yeah,
But
I don't know.
how
can-
would that
you can
ever
only
be
put one mon
balanced?
I
don't
feel
think
like
that'd be
that
fair.
could be. I feel like that could be a really fun because I think that we should have some kind of like a Battle Frontier style end game area. I think that could be a fun game mode for like a Battle Frontier style area. But in terms of or Elite Four, I wouldn't.
Here's the thing. Maybe every battle you get into, every single one, you can choose single or double. Why isn't that a thing, right? Like, why can't you be like, I'm a doubles trainer, right? Cool. The gym leader pulls out 2 mods, right? Or like, I'm a singles trainer. Double pulls out like I think there's no reason you shouldn't be able to pick what type of fight you want to get into, right? Doesn't have to be like, why can't it be conditional?
I think it should be something like there's something where you have a conversation at the start of the battle, and it's like this Pokemon trainer only does singles or only does doubles, or they can choose, or they let you choose.
Yeah.
The only thing I have against that is like I like that, but I think that a lot of people would probably just choose doubles. And
So what's wrong with that?
I think that there is something that
I think most people would do singles too. But.
I think there's something that people don't necessarily realize with singles in that when it's like this 1v1, you're relying on the one Pokemon that's out right now. Like there's that heightened, like sort of from not like a narrative point of view, but like an immersive point of view. I don't know what the right word is here, but like the sort of emotion and feeling and like reaction that elicits, you don't get as much with a double battle.
I agree with that, but I also think that there's a feeling of getting your mons to work together that feels like you've trained a team that you only get in doubles as well. Like the only exception to that is like if you baton pass in singles, but like when you get one of your mons to like set up for your other mon to like dunk, that feels like a solid
right.
That feels like such a good game moment.
The main other thing there is making the AI good enough to play against double, because I think that doubles teams are going to be a lot like you have to play doubles smarter than you play singles.
I kind of like Crabstar's idea. What if there's a 6v6 mod mode, right? Not the whole game, but like maybe that's like the Elite Four challenge that makes our game unique. We just full on 6 mons out, right? And then you're just like stunting on one mon, and then that mon blocks, and you fuck 4 of your mons. And I think
we should have. I think we should have a Battle Frontier where you have wild modes like that.
Yeah.
I think it should be designated to like the Elite Four.
I do think that there should be the option to face I think you should get to pick single or double. And Lila, to answer your coding problem, I'm okay if it's a choice you make at the start of the game, right? And then you never get to unpick it. I just think that you should at least be able to play the game in a double style. Preferably you could pick battle by battle, but
I don't think it would be any harder to code like you walk into the gym and they ask you, are you going to do singles or doubles, as opposed to choosing in the beginning. The only thing I can think of is just making the AI smart enough that doing doubles battles against the gym leaders would feel rewarding.
Yeah, well, I think the AI needs to be harder.
If you do a doubles battle against a stupid AI, you're just going to wipe the floor with them and then it's not fun.
What game had triple battles?
Triple, that weird rotational triple.
Black and white?
It started in Gen 5.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait. Going back to the gyms. We got 8. I think in 6 is probably the right story beat for our ground gym, because that's probably going to be one that happens in Death Valley, right? Or something along that lines.
Sure.
So we never figured out what the first gym is going to be. I think it should be one
Fairy.
Normal?
No, we can't. Dan's normal. He's the champion.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
The most powerful
Let's see. We got Bug, Dark. Oh, wait. Bug is 8. We got Dark, Dragon, Electric, Fairy, Fighting, Fire, Flying, Ghost, Grass.
This is unrelated, but I'm going to ask that we make a mon that is normal ghost type, and that is all.
Isn't there one already?
I don't think
I
so.
don't think so.
They kind of contradict each other.
Yes.
There's plenty of fighting ghosts, though, aren't there? There's a couple of those.
There's one, I think.
I want normal
Mystic,
ghost.
or mythic.
I can get you a normal ghost.
All right. I mean, that can be your signature mon. Dan.
Yes.
What are we doing for the? What about psychic? What if we did a first gym psychic?
I'm
The thing is,
psychic.
There has to be
Oh,
there
right.
has to be enough low-level mons that could be at this gym for it to feel appropriate, you know.
We're probably flying.
Maybe it could be fighting. Like fighting feels like hard, but also not that hard.
I mean, everyone would be equally resistant to it at that level.
Yeah.
Game design. It's not as easy as they make it sound.
Fighting gym 1. I think that sounds okay.
The closest I think is an emerald, the second gym is the fighting gym.
Did we come up with a name for the middle one?
No.
No.
Maybe we Dark Souls this. Maybe the first gym's Ghost.
Is that a 6-pack on Grouse Sprint? I like it.
He's also got ridiculous human thunder.
Really powerful thighs.
Maybe, wait, could we make like a Usain Bolt reference? Oh, if we had made it electric type, we could have made it a
totally
Usain.
Yeah.
That's all right. I think ground is the way to go.
I think
Yeah.
Grouse Sprint is too good a name.
We need to come up with the middle name. So you got Terra D into something into Grouse Sprint.
I'm fine with naming it Terra Do, honestly.
Terra Dodo?
Pterodum. Terra D.
Guys, remember, this bird falls in the same category as Pidgey, Pidgeotto, Pidgeot.
Beautiful.
Like, we don't
That's
have to
iconic class name right there. Don't you?
Yeah,
you
but
lie to me.
if we make it too similar, then we can't go Terra D, Terra Do, Grouse Sprint.
Well, I was saying that I didn't really think there should be a second anyways.
I think there should.
Then let's try to come up with a name for it.
Yeah, that's what we're thinking of.
I think they'd all have to be the same or all different. Or different enough, you know. Just name it Terra Sprint. It's just the in between.
I was thinking that too at the same
Really?
time, honestly. I almost said that exact thing.
Rowdy.
Grouty.
Grouty.
Grody.
A Grouty. It's kind of kilt.
I mean, you could just call it Terra Walk or something like that, and then Grouse Sprint. Like it had to walk before it could run.
I think to do that, it would have to be Terra Sprint at the end, though.
So it's Terra Craw, Terra Walk, Terra Sprint.
No, we lose. We're losing It's not good.
What if it was like Terra Fly, Terra Land, Terra Sprint?
No.
Check the fan art Discord. What is this, Lila?
Uh-oh.
This is some game. You think this is some game? That music is loud.
Oh, it's probably Lila Trick or Treat Porygon Z strat.
Holy shit, that music was so loud. Yes, we will watch that
Jordan
later.
needs to check it.
I
so.
can't figure out how to turn the audio off, so.
Mute site, Jen. That's what you need to do. Let's see.
Right.
See here.
Terra
Oh, my
Dork.
pen is running out of ink.
Oh no.
Do you think there could be like streak marks, like in the tail or something? I don't know.
No.
What we're thinking.
Streak is classic electric design.
What about, so you guys know the bird, the jackdaw, right?
No. but I take your word for it.
Okay, so a jackdaw is like a little, like kind of like a sparrow kind of thing. What about jogdaw?
That's 3 different mons, though. We need something that ties the names together.
What if it's like
Between what? It's Pteridee and Grousesprint?
Yeah.
How are you gonna tie those together? They're completely separate.
That's fine. You just need one of them to look like one of the others. Like Pokemon names say that as long as 2 of the names are the same, one of them is allowed to be completely different.
Okay.
what if it's like Terra dive? Like they're dive bombing towards the Earth.
Okay.
Like they do.
Here's the thing.
know.
We're giving the Terra prefix to the 2 Pokemon that don't have the ground typing yet.
True. I mean, it's still a bird of the earth. That's like, I guess.
It's not a bird of Mars.
What about
Mars D, Marzipan.
What if we just named it
what about
like,
Landy? What about Landy?
I was gonna say if we did like
'Cause-
a Grouse D or something.
Well, we could do Landy, where it's not only
Grouse stand.
ground, but also land like it landed from flying.
Grouse stand.
That's what I said. I said, yeah, Grouse Stand.
Yeah.
Let's lock it in, Steve. It's Grouse Stand. That's what it is.
I thought you said
What?
something
Grouse stand?
similar, but not
I
grouse.
said Grouse Walker or something.
Wait, did you guys hear what I said?
What did you say?
Landy?
Landy just sounds stupid, honestly. It sounds way too dopey.
When I say it faster, it
sounds
does
more.
sound kind of
I
dumb.
think it might be too similar to.
That sounds like a
Landorus.
7 dwarf, honestly. The
Landy.
8th dwarf is Landy.
Yeah. Pteridee
Jonathan.
Jonathan Groundsprint.
That's a guy who definitely went to homeschooling for most of his life. It's me, Pteridee Jonathan Grousesprint. Pleasure to meet you.
Oh my.
Wait, so what are we settling on for the middle name?
Grouse Stand, I think.
Grouse stand. Do you
Okay.
think it
Grouse
needs the
stand.
D?
I think it could be Grouse Stand, honestly.
No, because it's standing. That's the joke of the Pokemon. That it's flying before, now it's standing, and then it's
I
running.
think you still get the joke without the D though.
I think it loses its impact.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Steve. I think it needs the D.
All right, we'll leave the D.
Yeah. Always like some good D.
Don't take away that D.
So, Alex, how many gyms have we locked in at this point?
2. Bug and ground.
Bug and ground.
Also, do we want to take this moment to remind people that there is a poll happening in our Discord at the moment?
Yes. Hey everyone, go into our Discord and check out the announcement. Hold on, I should probably put
I
the
got it.
Discord command. Oh, okay. Go into our Discord and check out the announcements channel because we are having the fans, the chat, that's you, vote on merch shirts. So as many of you know, in our Friday night shows, we design merch shirts based on lines and bits that we come up with throughout the show. And we are now going to try to make some of those into actual merch shirts that people can buy and wear. So please go vote on which ones you find the funniest or are your favorites, or maybe are a joke based off of something that you suggested long ago. And go ahead and vote on all of those. Did we decide on how many we're going to be picking?
Nope.
Yet.
It's just
We'll see.
depends.
It's indeterminate, but we are going to probably choose a couple and go with that. Hello, Bexlina. I hope I'm saying that at least close to right. Welcome.
I hope Brazil goes well.
Yeah, I hope Brazil is going
Yeah,
well.
we're just designing some new mons.
It's not going well. Amazing.
What we got?
Just the merch shirt stuff.
Merge,
Cool. Yeah.
Go vote.
So this is
Absolutely.
the exciting fake region of New Valor. Last time we designed some starters. This time we are designing some of the Route 1 encounters and also trying to figure out, just for our own sake, what the gyms are going to be. So far we've locked in 6th gym ground, 8th gym bug. And we're trying to figure out the rest in between there.
We could honestly do first gym flying. with how many like Route 1 flying type Pokemon there are in existence, the first gym could just have like a few of those.
I mean, the mons that are in the first gym don't need to necessarily be catchable.
No,
Right.
but they need to be. We need to think. Okay, the first gym is not going to have very strong mons, so we're not going to be able to use a lot of like late game Pokemon. So, what are some types that there are a lot to choose from in like the 10 to 20-ish level range? Flying type has a lot.
You know what it should be? It should be ice type.
Ice.
Hear me out. Because the majority of our landscape is desert. So who would be the weakest mons out there? The ice types.
Yeah, interesting. Okay.
Right?
Okay.
You go in and you kick their butt because they're ice types, right? Like who decided it was a smart idea to train ice types in like the desert?
Lila exactly
Bunch
just
of
said
goons.
the opposite and said ice should be like 4 or 5th.
Wow, why is that?
To just
I-
specifically to mess up this bird that we're drawing right now.
Ice would completely destroy this bird, but it would only destroy. It's only 4 times weak in its final evolution. So.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know.
Right, yeah.
I think first or second gym ice makes sense, just because.
Maybe.
Although I do think the ice type is criminally underrated in Pokemon, but that's a different argument.
Ice type.
I don't
Yeah.
know if ice
Yeah,
feels
I
like a
mean-
first. I don't know. I get the
Does
reason.
Bug feel like an
The
eighth
thing
gym,
is-
Daniel?
Yeah.
We're mixing it up.
There are no rules in New Valor, baby.
The only was not to stress ×4, it was to stress the only form, Lila. If you want to get grammatical on me. God, I am so under attack tonight. I want to go home. I'm
is-
done.
No, Bex has come up with a very good point. It does get very cold in the desert at night.
True.
Maybe it's a gym battle you can only do at night. Okay, I'm coming around to
Oh.
4th or 5th gym. You know, let's lock in 4th or 5th gym and make it a nighttime only fight.
All
Bex
right,
really
let's
sold
do-
me on that one.
Let's do Isis 4th. Let's do Isis 4th.
Cool.
Okay, Ice is the 4th gym.
Alright.
Yeah.
What are the
There's a whole thing where you keep trying to go during the day, and the gym leader's like, I'm not fighting during the day. And you're like, why? You're like, I don't want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it. I hate the day.
I hate the day. Oh, maybe he's just like a real sleepy guy, right? That classic anime trope of like, he's just like that, like the sleeping guy who's actually the strongest person in the group. You know what I'm talking about? That's like an anime
Yeah.
trope, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy
The
who's like,
sleepy guy.
they're like, wake up,
Snorlax.
and he wakes up and he's just like,
Snorlax.
whoa, go.
Snorlax.
So is there an ice Snorlax form in this, in New Valor?
Here's the question.
New Valorian
Do you want
Snorlax?
to do regional forms? Because I
I
don't
think we
know
should.
how I feel about them.
I'm
I
not
like
a big
'em.
fan.
You are or aren't a big fan?
Not.
Not? Yeah, I don't know how I feel about regional forms.
Oh, gosh,
I feel like it's just kind of lazy.
You go to the gym in the day and it's a fire gym?
It doubles up. That's kind of
so
cool.
maybe that's
So
that's
this
our-
gym is just Darmanitan.
yeah. That could be the signature Pokemon.
What if
honestly.
That
it's
could.
like
It's
the
just
town is
Darmanitan.
running out of money and like so like the 2 gyms have to share the same space. So the 4th gym is fire and you fight it during the day, and then the 5th gym is ice and you
Wait.
have to fight it at night.
Wait. What if the 4th gym or whatever is a doubles gym? So, well,
and
this
it's
kinda-
fire and ice.
and it's fire and ice.
Yo,
So this kind of ruins the idea of every gym being you can choose between singles or doubles. But
Yeah, well,
if it's a doubles gym where the 2 gym leaders are fire and ice, they're like twins or something. I don't know, or maybe husband and wife because no one, or husband and husband, or wife and wife because fuck you, Pokemon Company.
attract.
We're making the gay attract move.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what if we make some LGBT gym leaders?
Yeah.
Although, I mean, to be fair, the first openly LGBT gym leaders, because there are some that it certainly would seem are
I'm looking at you, Giovanni.
Wallace.
Wallace.
You can't tell me Wallace is not somewhere that is not just straight.
What if that's also true for the rival, right? Maybe your rival
Has a crush on you?
has a crush on you, and the reason every time they lose, it's because they're just flustered to be around you, and like that's the whole like thing of it, right?
Well, here's the thing though.
And then at one point they're like, "You may have crushed me, but I have a crush on you. That didn't come out right. I'm gonna leave." Like, I love the classic. Like, I want the rival to be like just the word like. Every time they say something like, "I didn't," that's not what I meant. I'm gonna leave, and they walk away from embarrassment every time.
Yeah.
Oh, but I do want them to also be a bastard because I really miss rival is bastard, right?
Mhm.
Like, there's
Not
a
as
reason
in
it feels
not as
so
in
good.
fatherless, but as in an ass.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
fatherless.
you're a bastard.
Yeah.
We're fatherless,
Um,
as in every Pokemon game.
Maybe you find out you're
Except
your
for Gen
own.
3, actually.
Oh my god! Maybe you're your own dad in this game. And that's the big reveal.
And
Because
What,
every
like,
game.
Palkia sends you, or Dialga sends you back in time, and then you.
And
sex
you're
with
your own
mom?
dad.
No.
Time travel game.
And while you're in the past, you meet M. Night Shyamalan.
Yes.
Yeah.
To be fair, a
I'm
time
going
travel
to-
mechanic in a Pokemon game would be really cool.
It would be cool, but I'm drawing the line at small Pokemon child on their journey having sex with their mom. I'm putting my
Back to the
No matter
future,
what you
dude.
enter your player name in, it auto changes to Oedipus at the end.
Okay, so wait, question about the rival. So is this rival going to be like, is their gender going to depend on the gender that you choose at the beginning?
It's
Or
always a boy.
it's always a boy. It's always a boy, no
We
matter
could also
what.
just
That's
keep
what I
it
was
vague,
thinking.
Make
Always a
them
boy.
more.
But then I do.
No, Dan, always
Honestly,
a boy.
I think so. Obviously, there are in just about every Pokemon game except for maybe the first generation, and I think Gen 2. There are multiple rivals.
Yeah,
I do
screw that.
always really like the idea of having the gender that you don't choose being a rival. I
That
kind of
would
like.
always be the opposite. And if we're
No, I
trying to
know.
affirm
No, I'm
ourselves,
saying they're not the crush one. The crush one is the whatever like rival has their own unique design. But then I think we could have another rival, like a secondary rival or whatever that is like, because like I'm thinking of like the Wally and May dynamic in
counterpoint.
Emerald.
Counterpoint. It's 2020 or 2022 when this game comes out. Hit shelves. Christmas season.
That's-
Look out for it.
Quick development
tight
period.
timeline,
Ambitious.
Dom.
That's okay,
a
we're gonna
tight
do it.
timeline.
We're the Pokemon company. We're gonna reuse assets anyways. Get off my back. Here's what I'm thinking. It's 2020. Why don't we just let the player pick, right? The rival is the crush rival. Just let the person pick what their rival, like what gender their rival is. Honestly,
The gender of their rival?
yeah. Why the fuck not, right? You pick yours, and
Pick
then
their name.
yeah, and then you pick the rivals too, right? Why not? Who cares? I don't know.
Yes.
Um,
So what? They just have like a couple people, and it's like, which one of these is going to be your rival? And then you choose.
Or
that.
it's like, no, what you do is you walk up, right? And there's two people having a conversation. They both look very similar in design, except it's Pokemon Company wasn't. And the professor goes, "Hey, isn't that your friend?" And you go, "Yeah." And then you have to point to which one, and whichever one you don't pick walks away, and you're
And
like,
never returns.
and never shows up again. No, and shows up as Dan's model for the champion.
Yeah.
So you're like, this is an inconsequential choice, but actually it's the most consequential choice.
Before they walk away, can they be like, "Oh, I thought we were close to friends. I'm very hurt." And then when they come back, and it's like, "So you're not my friend, right?"
Then I'm gonna beat you like an enemy.
Yeah.
Look what I've done. You've inspired me.
No, Crab, what you do though is you don't tell the player that the crush is the rival, right? Or the rival is gonna have a crush on them. So that way, when it's a bunch of like a bunch of insecure people and they end up picking the same gender, and they're like, "What?"
Ew, he has a crush on me.
I'll show you a guy who's friends with him. Exactly.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
guys, I finished Jonathan.
Hey.
Jonathan. Best Pokemon.
All right, everyone who's watching, when you end up playing our Pokemon game and you catch a Pterodie, you have to name it Jonathan.
Yeah.
So it
Emphasize.
only gets ground type in the third evolution, right?
Correct.
But he does always land on a rock in the second one.
I hate it.
Lots of
He
peaks and
doesn't.
valleys.
He doesn't carry the rock with it.
No, there just happens to always be a rock. So
I
I
there's
actually
a rock.
kind of like that he's carrying. a
Just
rock,
like-
honestly.
just like how
the battlefield to find
like
a
how-
rock to stand on.
Just like how fucking Drum Monkey always has a stump.
No, Alex. During the battle, your Pokemon form doesn't appear. You're like, where is it? And you just look off in the background of the battle shot, and there's just a rock in the background that it's standing on. It just always has to go find a rock.
This is dumb.
Grasslands are known to abandon the battlefield
He carries
in order
around his
to
own
perch
pen.
themselves upon rocks. That's why most trainers choose. Maybe that's it. Maybe you can't send it out to battle unless it has a held item that is a rock. It needs to hold on to a rock in order to be like a successful thing.
What if it has a move that's like rock drop?
Yeah,
Where it it's a rock move and it drops it.
it's like Cubone's bone, right? That's all it is. It's just
All
a
right.
rock.
And
I'm pretty sure there's already a move that is
one
essentially
line.
throwing a rock at flying type Pokemon.
All right, now let's work
Sure,
on
that's the thing.
this rodent. That's what I want to move on to next.
Okay,
I have
Gen
an idea.
1 normal rodent. Here we go.
I have an idea.
Okay.
What
Okay.
if we make it a coyote?
I was
As
thinking
in
the same thing,
Wile E.
Max!
Coyote.
That is so not a rodent.
I was thinking the
Honestly-
same thing, Max.
Like, who really cares? We'll just make it a rodent-y, a ratty kind of coyote.
Yeah, a little desert coyote.
Okay.
The only thing I'm thinking is that maybe we save Coyote for the legendary and make an El Chupacabra legendary, which is kind of my
I
thing.
really would love to have an El Chupacabra.
So that's the only reason I was like,
If
Little
we were
desert
to
weasel?
design a Chupacabra legendary, I wouldn't use the coyote.
I think we would.
use
I think we would lean more toward the dog form of El Chupacabra. I don't think we would go full like goblin El Chupacabra.
Oh, I would love a goblin like
I would too.
weird
I-
fucking golem.
The legendary,
Yeah.
it's
Just like
too, it's
a
too
dog.
humanoid. It's too humanoid.
Yeah, but
well,
we
I
can-
already figured out what our Pikachu clone
Lunch.
is going to be for this generation.
Oh, what's that?
But a Jerboa? Is what that is?
Oh. Let's make a rodent makes a canine. Thank you, Crabstar.
Jerboa. I think this is our Pikachu clone for sure.
Jerboa.
Oh, yeah.
All I want is
Oh, absolutely. Oh, 110%. That's our.
Everyone was like, well, what do you mean? Of course. Glad, I'm glad you all agree.
Well, none of us knew what it was.
whatever.
Hold
I
on.
didn't either.
Whatever rodent type we do, they should be wearing glasses because I think that'd be cute.
Glasses?
You want them to be a hipster, Dan?
Yeah, a little hipster.
Okay, we'll come back to the Pikachu clone later. Let's figure out the rodent Pokemon.
Okay,
Desert.
what if storyline is like
They already used. Go ahead.
What about
The-
a mole rat?
the idea is like this legendary Pokemon used to be this coyote Pokemon that came up earlier, but it like got cursed by a ghost and now it's, oh my lord.
Steve,
Yeah, that's
what is
really
this?
cool.
What am I looking at?
It's a rodent.
Oh, is this your xenobiology book?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is
can't
my
believe-
favorite creature.
It's
I'm
so. Why would that thing ever exist?
I'm so angry.
Eyes are in front.
I'm so angry that we already have a Meerkat Pokemon and that it's Watchdog. What a trash
Yeah, Watchog
Pokemon.
sucks.
Why is that the Meerkat Pokemon we got? We deserved better, honestly.
Watchog. Well, at least it's not as bad as fucking Gumshoes.
It's true.
Oh my god, that's the worst one.
We already have several mole Pokemon, so that's out.
I think. What about Naked Mole Rat? There are mole Pokemon, but there aren't any naked mole Pokemon yet.
Is
Yeah.
that the
It's a-
move we
You're,
want to
you're
go
so
with?
you're so against
Why
clothing
not?
that you need the naked.
Yes, make it naked.
Hmm.
Capybara.
Yeah, what's some good Western
Oh.
desert Pokemon?
What the hell is
Nothing.
this Gumshoes?
Ooh, we should make.
Gumshoes.
We should,
It's Trump.
it's just Trump.
It's
We
Trump.
should make. We should make a ghost ground type or a ghost grass. I could see either way.
Okay.
Or ghost rock. I don't know which one
Okay.
makes sense. One of those three. That's a tumbleweed.
Ghost grass. Ghost grass.
A ghost grass, and it's a
Yeah.
tumbleweed. That's
Yeah.
a cool Pokemon, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
That's really cool.
There's your
And maybe it's a 2-stage, and its evolved form, if you give it a Firestone, is like a bonfire or something, right?
Oh.
It turns to Ghost Fire. If
Oh.
you give it like
It's like a
fire
burning
stone.
bush.
Yeah, it's like a burning bush. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it starts lecturing you on how to run society.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we could honestly, that could be something that shows up in Route 1.
Steve,
if
let's
it
start drawing
starts.
this, Gumpel. Let's just start drawing that, and then we'll come back to
The
the burning
tumbleweed.
The
What's
tumbleweed.
Oh, the tumbleweed?
I mean,
Yeah.
Burn a bush.
the design is basically going to be Tangela, but tumbleweed, right?
I'm thinking more like. I was thinking, I guess, more like comfy in design, where it's more like circular. I don't know.
Like, you think it should be like a ring? I would think it would be like a ball.
Yeah, that's what I mean, like a ball, but where
Yeah,
it's
so
not
like
like.
Tangela.
Yeah, but Tangela's dense. I'm thinking this thing is mostly
Right,
transparent.
right. Well, it would
right?
be more like spindly, dry brush, but it would be the same like shape, is what I'm saying. As Tangela.
Honestly, I think you could probably just draw a tumbleweed and put a face on it.
Yeah, like what if
Spiritomb style?
Jigglypuff? What if Jigglypuff but sticks?
I almost want just like a little stick figure man that just like wears a tumbleweed. So it's
Well, that's the thing, right? I think that in terms of the concept, I would think that it's got a similar conceptual vibe to like Phantump, which is like a ghost that's kind of possessing this natural like thing, like a tumbleweed, or Phantump's case, like sticks and stumps. So it would be sort of like, but then again, like similar, like Tangela is like, there's some kind of a creature buried underneath all those little weird tentacles. We just don't know what it is.
Maybe what it is it is a tumbleweed, right? Like you're talking about, and I could see like maybe it's like a ghosty thing that looks like it's kind of holding the tumbleweed. Like it almost looks like it crawled out from on top of it. So maybe it's like a guy, and the tumbleweed is where the legs and body would be. So it's kind of one of those things where like the ghost essence flows into the tumbleweed in a way. And then you just see the guy, and then when it brush fires, maybe the weed of it like opens up and his hands become like torches or something.
and it's not fire type.
It becomes
glowing
fire.
eyes peering out of the
It
inside.
starts off as
That's what I was thinking, Crabstar. That's
That's
kind
not
of
a bad
what I was
one either.
imagining. Where
it
there's
starts
essentially
off as
a
grass
ghost.
ghost, and if you give it a firestone, it becomes or an ember stone, I forget what it's called. It becomes
Firestone.
It's a fire.
firestone. It becomes ghost fire.
Or you have it level up in that area that automatically burns you when you
No,
start.
because the minute you do that, you screw yourself for future generations. They've already figured that out with
Agreed.
with
Agreed.
Glaceon. Now they're like, well, now we got to put a stupid ice rock in every generation. Like,
Well, don't they? Isn't there an ice stone that like you can use on it now, or maybe not? I don't know.
I think you have to go to like specific stones.
You still have to go
like-
to a specific area.
I think so.
Yeah, no, I completely agree that you shouldn't really region lock it.
What if it's like a special ability of the Pokemon where it's like,
If it gets hit with a fire move, then it stays on fire and it changes its type.
Oh, so it's a single evolution. But
Oh,
if
it's one
hit by a
type.
fire move, it becomes fire type instead of grass type.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I
And
don't
then
know
it
about-
gains flash fire.
Oh.
It changes its ability to get flash fire when you do that.
yeah, something like that.
Thing is, no one would hit it with a fire move twice then.
But I mean, if it was in doubles, you could hit it with
I
its own.
think it
fire
would just get set on fire,
What if-
and then it would
what
get
if when
like
it gets-
+2 special attack or something.
What if when it gets hit with a
Immediately.
water move, it goes back to its grass type?
move. Okay,
So the ability essentially stays the same. It just changes forms so that if it's grass type and it gets hit by a fire move, it changes to fire type. If it's fire type and it gets hit by a water move, it changes back to grass
and
type.
it stays between battles, so you could keep it as the fire.
Yeah,
what
so
if
like you could switch it out, and then if you switch it back in, it would still be fire type.
what if it's weather dependent? Like if it is sunny out, it turns into a fire ghost. And even when the sun goes away, as long as it doesn't start raining, then it stays the fire ghost.
So like Cherim, but better.
Yeah, because then I like that it will have
Yeah,
the
weather
ability.
probably
Like,
makes sense here.
Okay.
you could put Sunny Day on the Pokemon itself to be able to trigger itself, or just have a Sunsetter out. Before.
Okay, yeah. So Sunny Day would turn it to its fire type, and then Rain would turn it back to its grass type.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder if there is like an evolution line for this. Like,
I don't think there needs to be. I think that, I mean, because look about tumbleweeds, right? They just kind of come and go. They're just there.
I don't know if it's like starting with someone that only has like 3 little twigs to then see them like get more and then they're like a full tumbleweed.
If there was an evolution, I think it would be one of those like classic 2 Pokemon become 1 sitch. Like you would need a grass Pokemon and a fire Pokemon and put them together, and then they die and become this grass.
Yeah,
fire.
I don't really like. I feel like it's fine to just have the one form.
That changes.
Because like with tumbleweeds, yeah, that changes back and forth. With tumbleweeds, they don't amass more sticks as they roll. Well, like, so they can get clumped together, and that's where I would say the evolved form could be like a giant ball of a bunch of tumbleweeds stuck together, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't really like that.
Same
So,
mon
like,
but bigger is not really.
yeah, same mon, but I have such a problem with Magneton. Like, it's just 3 of them that non-consensually got stuck together and are now a new Pokemon somehow. It just doesn't make sense.
I kind of like the idea that this Pokemon just sort of goes against evolutions. For like it's not like we have a ton of Pokemon like this, but it kind of gets more. It's more unique if it's like it just goes against.
It's just a single.
But it's way less infuriating than that penguin with the ice head or
oh my god,
Mimikyu,
so
right?
bad.
It's just a better version of those 2 mons.
Right. Well, its ability is a lot. Because here's the thing, whatever. Well, no, not necessarily, but like, whatever your. No, because we're changing the ability to be with weather type. Never mind. But yeah, like it still gets hit. It still takes damage. Like with Mimikyu and that penguin, they just don't take any damage with their ability.
Although, to be fair, when it comes to the weather, I'm not against proccing it, right? Like, I think there's some fun
like
in
with
that, too.
a move, if it gets hit by a move. Because here's the thing I'm going to say about getting hit by a move. If it's grass type, it gets hit by a fire type move, and then it turns into its fire type form. And then the other way around with a water type move. Basically, it's changing forms after it gets hit by a super effective move. So
well, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe it gets hit.
Over.
Maybe it gets hit, and then it changes, and then the damage is calculated, right?
No.
No? Dan says no?
I would say we just make them on into a tank. Like,
the thing is, from a game dev standpoint, that does not work in the calculations, like in the order of how they.
That's fair. Yeah, weather's probably the way to go.
We just have to give it a really good like special defense stat or something.
Yeah, you telling me like you run it with like Sunny Day and like Solar Beam and like
Protect
Flamethrower, like.
I do kind of prefer the idea that it gets hit by a move rather than the weather, though.
We'd have to. We're not deving here. We're just coming up with designs. This is a great.
No, I know. I mean, for the ability, whether if we're between the weather procs the form change or getting hit by a certain type of move procs the form change, I kind of prefer getting hit by a certain type of move procs the form.
Well, here's what you would do. You would run weakness policy on it, and then hit it with your own mod, and then it would flip, and then it would go. That's what you would do. That's it. So it got high D and a high specialty, and then you weakness policy it, and then it's a great mod, honestly, because it's super versatile in battle.
Also, with the weather versus being hit, Porque no los dos.
Nah, it's gotta be one of the
That's
other.
Too much.
I think it has.
That's a very complex ability.
Yeah, I would say I think just getting hit is good, and then there's plenty of ways to play around it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like that way, but if it's singles, it would never really come up if it was singles.
Yeah, if you calculate a switch.
Yeah.
Let's say you have a grass type out right now, right? That's not this one. So then you swap, and they have a fire type. So you're like, oh, they're probably going to try to use a fire type move on me. So you switch to this Pokemon, it takes the fire type attack and then swaps forms, and now it is fire type and like can more easily take on.
Also, if the AI sees a grass type and it has a fire move, it's gonna click the fire move.
It's
like
super effective.
Yeah, it'll be good in the.
It still takes a ton of damage.
It's gonna
have a pretty poo-poo. It's gonna have a pretty poo-poo attack stat too.
Lila, we were thinking that rain would make it switch back to its grass form, not grassy terrain.
I just think that as a player, I would get frustrated if I felt like I couldn't control my own Pokemon. Like, I think that you give the player more control if you make it weather-based, because then you can set the sun, bring out this Pokemon, and they have like a grass type out. So now it's sunny, you have a fire type now, and you can use a fire type move and hit them. I think I just don't like the idea that you can't control your own Pokemon and plan around it because you have to get hit by a move. And since, well, most games, it's usually just singles, you wouldn't really be able to hit your own Pokemon.
Yeah, so kind of like...
I also think it would be, though, my counterpoint to that, Max, is I think it's a great surprise for players, though. Like, I understand that from like a replayability standpoint, for sure. But I think this is something that competitive players would get a lot of fun out of. And I also think that if I was playing the game right, like I'm 12, I don't look things up on the internet. I'm playing the game. I am an idiot and I accidentally get my grass type hit by a fire move and then it catches on fire, like from a game like discovery standpoint. That's super rad, especially if you were like, wait, what just happened? And I do think that we need to. I think it would always revert back to the grass form after battle. Like I don't think it can stay fire.
Yeah.
But and then I just think that that's a really fun discovery move. And then it kicks butt in doing its fire thing. And the next person comes in and hits it with water, and suddenly now it's a grass mod again. And you're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
What's happening?
And here's the thing, right? It's like, it's okay. Like there are abilities that are useless unless you're in a double battle.
True.
And like, while I know this is like kind of a next step forward in that there's kind of a form that you can't necessarily predict unless you're in a double battle, which gives you more predictability, there's still a certain level of like if you go into a fire gym, then you're like, okay, there's a pretty decent chance that I am going to get hit by a fire move and change forms here. But then also keep in mind, like, just don't use this Pokemon.
Yeah,
like if you don't like, if you don't like the sort of unpredictable, the slight wild card chance of it, because like there are Pokemon that have abilities that you can't control. Like Morpeko switches types every other turn, and sure, it's a bit more predictable, but you still can't control that.
True.
You have to play around that, and so like
yeah, that's completely different because there's no like other decision-making entity that is controlling your Pokemon. I think the more Pico switching back and forth, you can strategize around it.
Yeah.
What about Zygarde?
But like
that changes. You have to get it hit down for it to change to its new form. It literally can't change forms until it takes enough damage.
Darmanitan
Wishy-washy
changes forms once it gets to a certain HP level. So like, I think that this isn't completely out of the question to have some kind of like. I agree that I think it's just a really fun mechanic, and plus, with the added mechanic of having every gym give the option for double battles, that means you are essentially allowing them to give themselves that control in a double battle for all the gyms if they want.
I think it's okay to ask our players to take on more risk. I think that's a thing that Pokemon games have talked down to its players the last couple generations, and I think New Valor can give player the option to play the game it wants to play.
To give players a little bit less control might actually be a good thing with how much over control there has been in the last couple of years.
Exactly.
Here's one last thing.
All right, let's hear it.
What if each form has a different moveset?
I think that's a lot.
Yeah.
It is a lot.
That's a lot.
I think honestly it just gets hit and then it gets a stat boost.
Well, I think in the same way that Morpeko does, there can be one move that switches depending on the form.
Right.
Like it can have a move.
It can have a unique move.
A unique move. I think that's totally valid.
I like that.
And I think it would almost I think that would almost be the move it already knows. Like that would be the move you catch it with, right?
Oh yeah,
Probably
sure.
pretty decent. But-
Yeah.
But what if its ability turned grass type moves into fire type moves?
Ooh.
Or what if okay, so there are abilities that do something like this. What if as part of its ability, although again, we're really making the ability complex here, but what if its ability changes any normal type move that it knows into either grass type or fire type depending on its form? Dan, I know you're shaking your head because you stand normal types,
No.
but there is
That's not
the
why,
ability,
Alex.
the ability
I think
the
it-
ability pixelate already turns all normal type moves into fairy type.
Yeah,
No,
but
I think
then
it
we
loses
have
its
another form switching thing that we're stapling onto it. I think
I
just
think it-
having it have a signature move that will switch, that's normally grass, but will switch to fire is the way to do it.
I think that seems fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the more Pico ability switch,
I
like
think
it
the
changes
problem-
with the thing.
I think the problem with having grass type moves become fire moves or vice versa is that like, would you have to redo all of the animations, or would you just confusingly get hit by a grass type move and it's super effective for some reason against your ice type Pokemon or your steel type Pokemon or something, and you have no idea why other than that this burning bush hit you with a grass type move, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I think that in terms of stab, you just have to choose your 4 moves for what form you think you're going to want to have stab in. And then it'll just have that one special move that changes depending on its type.
I think it also should just get a stat boost when it switches to its fire form. Like it gets plus 1 or 2 special attack.
Just automatically as part of the ability? I feel like that's something you could do with weakness policy, but I wouldn't just give it to it like that on its own.
Because otherwise...
I think we should keep this ability simple and just
Yeah.
do the form change.
Yeah.
I also think we can design more mods. We don't need to necessarily worry
Yes.
about the technical components of it right
Yes,
now.
Steve
but
was designing this for a long time.
yeah,
Yeah,
Jen
exactly.
reviews the
Like
heck out of
if you put weakness policy on that thing and its ability already boosts its stats, all of a
that's
sudden
way too bad.
plus 4 stages of special attack.
Yeah. All right. Let's either come back to the rodent or find a bug.
Rodent. Let's get those normal types going.
But just real quick submission.
Desert rodent.
We can stew on this for a while, but bug, dung beetle. It's a
we have to
desert
get
bug.
3 stages out of it. That was the thing. So unless you're willing to go multiple beetles, I think you want to be careful.
Mhm.
What about
Well,
like,
we could do some kind of. I mean, a lot of the bugs have like a larva, pupa, and then.
wasn't
final
John
form.
Lennon a beetle?
So.
We could do some beetle. Honestly, doing some beetles, not a bad place to be.
I don't think that would be our Route 1 bug though.
No.
I don't think it would.
Wait,
be
isn't that just Cricketune? I don't know.
Probably.
Oh, I did hear a quote today that was like, if you look to something along the line, I'm paraphrasing now, but it's like, if you look to creation to try and understand what God likes, you're gonna find out God really is fascinated with beetles because there's like so many beetle types.
Yeah.
I was looking at a chart of like what takes up the most mass on Earth based on like animal classification, and apparently like insects, like arachnids, is like the most. But that's
Oh, yeah.
fascinating. People make up 2.5% of mass on Earth or something like that from an animal standpoint,
Mhm.
but bugs are like 40%.
Oh yeah.
Or
Oh
something
yeah.
like-
It's crazy.
But then you're like, how many ants makes up an elephant? And you're like, whoa, boy, that's a lot of bugs.
Yeah, that's a lot. How,
They're
do you
all
know how many
under our
fish?
feet right now.
How much
I
fish
think it
is
said fish was like, I think fish was the second most or something like that. It was like 15%. I don't know. I could probably find it. But anyways,
All right. Are we doing rodent or bug?
Rodent.
whatever one we get the idea
Rodent?
for first.
Dan wants to get to rodent.
All right,
I
Dan, what's
still-
the rodent? Tell me
I
the
still
rodent.
like naked mole rat for rodent.
I'm trying to think of what the design would be other than like
There's already a chinchilla Pokemon.
just
Wait a
walking
minute.
down like a
What if-
Raticate.
What if it starts clothed and then becomes naked?
It's a stripper.
No
Oh
clothes.
Alex.
my
Please no
God,
clothes.
Steve.
It's a stripper.
Please no clothes.
Oh my
Which is
God.
no.
It's a naked pole rat.
Oh my god. But Alex, this is what you
the only way it evolves though is if you give it Lucky Amulet, so it can earn more money.
Oh my
No.
god.
Oh my
It has to
God.
win.
Oh,
you
I
have
hate-
to. The evolution is you have to earn at least 1,000 yen or something like that with it in order to get
Yeah.
it to strip.
Yeah.
I hate that this is actually a decent concept.
I don't think in our children's game we can include
Coward.
this.
Fuck it. Our game
Coward.
is based on the City of Sin, Daniel.
Yeah.
We're
Alex, this
already
is also
pushing the boundaries.
Pretty
Alex, this is
loosely,
exactly what
though.
you want. This Pokemon starts clothed and then loses it, like the way you want.
Yeah, you're the one that
Just
wants all
don't,
Pokemon
just
naked
don't
and
give it
erotic.
actual straight up clothes.
I'm gonna.
That's honestly the only thing I don't like about it is if it's wearing fucking people clothes. Throw and Sock are the dumbest looking Pokemon I have
So
ever
you want
seen.
it to peel its skin off instead.
Dude, it's just
Or
gonna
fur. Maybe it has fur and then it takes off its fur coat.
Oh, that's
Its
kinda
fur
fun.
It sheds its fur coat.
It's
That's
it's
fun.
like a little fur sweater.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Do something like that. It can start out as a modest little a modest mouse, a little Christian church mouse, and then it turns into a naked pole rat.
We're not gonna call it Naked Pole Rat, but we'll know that's
No,
what it is.
I mean we could call it pole rat.
I mean, I think we don't. I think
Pole rat's not bad.
we've got to obstruct it a little bit more than that. Is the thing. But also, are we married to the like amulet coin level up, or is this going to be like a
Why
high
not?
level?
I don't
Why
know.
not?
I mean, like historically, these rodents are always just like you level them up at like level fucking 13 or something.
Well, it's like a two.
ridiculously
It's a
low.
2-stage, right?
Yeah, it's just a 2-stage.
All right, then it
But
definitely
I
can't be an amulet coin. But
Yeah.
that's just more fun. But
Mhm.
Well, I don't like. Why not?
Maybe you catch
I
it.
I
with
kind of like it. I do kind
I
of
think
like
I
it.
think maybe it's you catch it with an amulet coin, like a meow style thing.
Okay,
I think that's fun.
yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
What if it's a 2-stager and then to get the 3rd stage you amulet coin it?
I don't.
I think it should
I
just
still
be
don't
two.
fully understand what the design of this Pokemon is, other than just a.
The first
joke.
one's a rat. It's a naked mole rat in a sweater. And the second one is just a naked mole rat. That's probably a little bit bigger and on 2 feet. If we're following traditional,
is it going to be kind of sexualized like
Oh
Lopunny?
yes.
no.
Because Lopunny is straight up a Playboy bunny. But we can make this one like a Magic Mike rat kind of thing.
Or I was thinking maybe it's just horrible. Maybe it's trying to be
horrible.
sexy and it's not at all.
It's
Right?
just got a huge
It's
beer
a-
gut, and it's,
It's
just
like a little meth head rat.
Oh man.
So I'm guessing first one is little rat with sweater
I
on
wanted
4
this.
feet.
I wanted this mon to be so cute and so standable.
It's gonna have a sweater, Dan.
Ugh.
Maybe
The
its
first-
sweater
maybe the
changes
first
depending
one is
on where
cute.
you catch it.
Maybe
right?
the first one is cute.
No, it's not
Oh,
gonna
and
be
then
cute.
and then by the end
Okay.
it's smoking
No, they're
and it's
both
part
ugly.
poison. Yeah. Okay.
Heart poison.
It's a normal
That's-
poison.
Mm.
Oh my god. Also, I noticed a sort of I don't know what to call it. An inaccuracy in my background here. Do you guys know what it is? Can you see it?
You're a Seadra?
Yeah.
Well, the
a
line
Seadra.
gets to a dragon.
Well, yeah, it gets to a Kingdra eventually, but there's a Seadra and a Horsea, which are
I
not.
mean, I have 2 Metagross, if that makes you feel better. So,
Well, one of them's Mega.
well, yeah.
I don't even have Mega Sceptile in mine.
Also, this freak of
unfortunately.
nature right here.
Deoxys
I guess
defend.
Trapinch. I guess I just noticed Trapinch is in here too, and this little guy's just ground
Yes.
type.
Hunters
The
aren't this
Swablu.
large.
Swablu is
What?
not dragon.
Hunters are much smaller than this.
Yeah.
No, Haunters are pretty big.
I thought they were pretty big.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd be surprised. Pokemon Go is an excellent way to find out just how large some Pokemon are. Haunters are actually pretty freaking big.
Delphox, oh yeah. So good.
Yep.
Man, I love
My
psychic
boy.
types. They're so great.
My boy.
Honestly, Bronzong's a champion, and I'll fight anyone who
Here's
says
my sweet
otherwise.
little guy.
Bronzong is pretty cool. I like
Real
Bronzong.
champion.
Mm-hmm. Just
Oh, wait,
an
what are the
absolute ball.
names? What are the names for this naked mole rat?
I think the first one could be like it's some kind of a church mouse. Because like you got the phrase quiet as a church mouse, and it's like modest like a little church mouse. And then the second form.
Modesto.
That's a DC villain, Dan. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Like,
let's
if
see
DC had a
crossover.
vote-
It's also wait, is it
No
it's-
Modesto, this rat. A
Wait.
Mormon. There should
Mormon.
be.
more
Guys,
mouse?
what if the
More
rival-
More
mouse?
mouse!
More
Oh,
mouse!
fuck.
More
More
mouse! It's
Oh.
got a little tie.
Oh my god.
Guys, what if the rival what if the
Wait.
gang in this one is just the Mormon church? It's just the Latter-day Saints.
The Church of Latter-day Saints are the bad gang.
It's
Oh
just
my
Mormons.
Oh
Imagine that super intimidating uniform, but it's just
no!
Yes, 100%. Oh
I kind
my
of like it.
God.
I like it.
they're trying to win off, like they're trying to ruin all the sin that's like you start off in Vegas and they're trying to hate the sin.
But are we going with more mouse?
More mouse is fine, I think.
Okay.
Because
Haunter's
also
over 5 feet tall. Yeah, see, Haunter's freaking huge.
That's terrifying. That's
wow,
horrible.
that's really large.
I know.
I did not know that.
I think they scaled it down a bit in the anime with Ash. And that's
Oh,
why
okay.
a lot of people have that sort of picture in their head.
Well,
that it's,
also, it licks the Charizard in the opening, or the Charmander in the opening, and they're like
Right,
roughly the
right.
same size.
yeah.
Also, if Moremouse has like a little tie, it turns into a bow tie. If he's
Yes,
like
because
the,
then it's a Chippendale dancer.
yeah.
And Chippendale are already rodents.
It's coming together.
Oh fuck.
Okay. So I know we're not about the gender stereotypes here, but I definitely just drew a female leaning.
That's fine. It can be whatever it wants to be. I do think it needs to be on all fours, though.
It needs
Is my
to,
only
it-
thing,
I think
Steve.
it needs to have the little tie, right? Well, does it need to be on all fours?
Honestly,
Centrit isn't on all fours.
well, it's on its tail. That's different. That's completely different.
Yeah, it's on all none.
It's on all none.
I mean, so you got Rattata's on all fours. You got Centrit. You got Zigzagoon is on all fours.
So I
Then-
did also draw this T-posed.
Bidoof, yeah. Bidoof is on all fours.
Is that because
all the good ones. I'm gonna say this right now. All the good ones are on all fours.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
Well,
You're not wrong.
Raticate's not one of the good ones.
Raticate's no, but the second stage is on hind legs.
Yeah, Dom just means for the first
Not a
evolution, all the good
Linoon.
ones are on.
The good ones
So
are.
good.
I the only issue I have with your current design, Steve, is not necessarily the gendering of it, but that it's not like a little Mormon, and I want it to be a little Mormon in
I feel like we
in
can't
a
have
tie.
both.
What?
I feel like we can't do the fur coat and the Mormon.
No, it would just have fur and a little like fur, like maybe the pattern on its fur is a tie or something.
It needs to have clothing, Alex.
It does not need to have straight up clothing.
Alex, it's literally a stripper.
It's not actual clothes though.
It's a Mormon who's being awakened. There's a
Uh-huh.
difference.
Alex, it needs to have clothes.
No,
Oh, this
you're
was a
wrong.
mistake
You are
to do that
incorrect.
first.
It does not need
That's-
to have clothes.
This is where the concept started, that it has clothes.
Designs are iterative.
It can look like it has clothes, but it doesn't actually have clothes. I'm pretty sure if it goes from having fur to being naked, they'll get the idea of the concept behind the design.
I think we need to make it a bit clearer. It has to be more blatant.
No, Max, we're going for subtlety in these designs here.
Seriously, question. For Pokemon that have clothes, who the
Correct.
fuck is making these Pokemon clothes?
Oh, we need a Pokemon tailor.
And where are they without them? Like, I don't
There could
understand.
They make their own clothes.
What? Like, who is making all of these underwear for Machokes?
They make their own clothes.
And then who is finding the Machokes in the wild that don't have them? Or maybe Machops need to have underwear, a pair of underwear on in order to evolve.
Can that be one of our gym leaders?
A tailor,
Just
a Pokemon
searches
tailor.
out Pokemon to give them clothes in the wild.
I think they.
And
So
his-
here's the thing. Well,
He
here's
doesn't
the
have
thing
a
though.
specific type. All of his Pokemon are just clothed Pokemon. Although
No,
most
monotype
of them are
Pokemon
probably-
gym leaders.
most of them are probably fighting types. Like we could probably make a mono fighting type gym that had all clothed Pokemon.
We would have to make.
So
new
here's
ones,
the thing, though.
Alex.
Here's the thing, though. I know we said we don't want regional variants, but I think Steve came up with a really good idea, particularly for like the Hollywood thing. What if we made a new Valor Smeargle who instead of painting was
Is a
costuming,
fashionista.
and his tail is a measuring tape instead of a paintbrush?
God,
That's
it's
pretty
really
good, right?
It's
That's
really
pretty good.
It is really good.
New Valor and Smeagol is just a costumer, right? Or his tail could be a needle and it's like sewing.
Yeah.
What's the
Oh,
new
both
type?
very good.
What's the new type for?
It would be normal something. I think it would keep its normal type but gain something else.
What is it right now?
It's just normal.
What's happening now? What? This is so cool. Yeah, we're designing our own Pokemon, Jazz.
Yeah, Jazz.
What up?
I'm proposing a
We're
new
probably
Valor.
gonna go a little late, Jazz, because this is too much fun.
Yeah.
We're gonna get up in it.
Yeah, I'm proposing a new Valor Smeargle, who instead of painting does costuming, and we put him in our Hollywood type city that we're building, because New Valor, if you remember, takes place between Las Vegas, the Grand Canyon, and Hollywood. That's the triangle. So lots of desert themes, a lot of Native American influence, as seen in our like starters and stuff like that. And I think maybe our legendary based on what we're talking about here. But anyways, so I think a fashion-forward Smeargle, it's normal. I don't know what normal
Maybe
fairy, maybe.
Yeah, I was thinking
Yeah.
fairy.
That's good.
A normal fairy type, right?
Yeah,
It's
just
already
like-
got a beret. The thing does itself. Honestly, it solves
Yeah.
itself.
Yeah.
All
All
right,
right.
we
We'll do
can do
regional
it.
variants.
Fine.
We'll do regional forms.
Yes.
Oh,
not
how
too
do
many.
I
You don't have to draw that one,
get a
Steve, it's fine.
reference picture for the next part of the drawing that I have to do?
Oh, that's good, Steve. It is gender-based.
Just look up a movie.
What's
that
gender-based?
has one in it, then it'll
Or
be
mouse?
easier.
You can,
So whatever gender
Yeah.
it is what its clothing options will look like.
yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna draw like
Makes
Chippendale one?
sense. That makes sense because Mormons, just like many religions, are very gender conformative.
Exactly. So I think it should always evolve.
The
into
stripper
one
form will always
Pokemon.
be the same. Yeah.
Agreed.
Oh, this is
Also-
the concept is beautiful, you guys.
Also,
guys
Jazz,
come
just to bring
together.
you up to speed, we're currently making a stripper-based Pokemon.
It's a Mormon-based Pokemon that happens to strip, Max. Don't mince words.
It's a naked
Also, Jazz, I
polar.
think you would like our ghost Pokemon. It's a tumbleweed that starts off as grass.
We didn't give a name for that
Ghost?
one either.
Oh yeah, we didn't.
Anyways, it starts off as grass ghost, and then if it gets hit by a fire type move, it becomes fire ghost. And then if it gets hit with a water move after that, it reverts back to grass,
Mhm.
grass ghost. So, yeah. So we were talking about like if you were gonna play that, you would like weakness policy it. You could put it out there. It gets
Weakness
it has a high
policy on this
difficulty.
Pokemon would be muy.
Yeah. So then
muy
it transforms, and then it's yeah. And then you probably give it like solar beam either way, set the sun with it or something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's real solid. It's real solid.
Good, real good.
What we should come up with the name for the tumbleweed before we forget.
Hmm.
Pyroweed.
Wrong. Sorry, you've chosen wrong.
That one is incorrect.
420 blazeweed.
I do think we should have a 420 Pokemon in here somewhere, but
Yeah,
not
not
that now.
It's just mirrorweed.
It's straight poison. Let's take a hard step. It's just poison
No,
type.
it's gotta be
No, no, no,
grass.
hear me
It has to
out.
be grass.
Hear me out.
No.
Hear me out.
You
Hear
think
me
it's
out.
grass? It's like
Hear me
Sudowoodo.
out. Hear me out. I think it shouldn't be grass. I get that. It can be like a pseudo-wudo style thing. I think it shouldn't be poison. It should be fairy.
I don't know if I'm sold on that.
Depends on what the design is.
Yeah, it depends on the design.
Okay.
The only reason you
Think
want to
of
say grass is because grass is another word for marijuana.
Yeah?
But
Yeah, that's the
All right.
whole point.
All right,
Shut up.
maybe
What is
it
the name of our
starts off
tumbleweed?
as grass and then evolves into a straight poison
What
type.
is the name of our tumbleweed?
When you give it a firestone,
Yeah.
yes.
Don't think it should be.
It's a grass type. You give it a firestone,
It
it becomes
evolves into-
straight poison.
I
Oh
don't
my
think it should
God.
be poison type.
Yeah, it goes.
Don't
It goes.
Poison
be
psychic
type.
because it messes with your mind.
Oh,
It's poison. It's
okay.
a grass type. You give it a
Psychic is
firestone,
actually
it
kinda
becomes
dope.
poison.
It evolves
psychic.
from it evolves from fair weed to cocainite, and then there you
Coconut,
go.
yeah. It's a gateway. You have to go through a portal, a gateway, for it to evolve.
No. Wait, but no, coconut would definitely be rock type.
It
Yeah,
would be
'cause
my
cocaine is
proposed
rock.
diamond type that I've already proposed
Oh.
replacing rock with.
Oh man,
Beth, what am I doing?
I don't know.
Your best, Steve. You're doing your best. Keep it up. Yeah, what are we naming this tumbleweed? I like Twig. I think Twig's a good place to start.
Tumble twig,
Twig around?
fumble twig.
Fumble Twig. I don't hate
Fumble Twig's not bad.
Fumble Twig's pretty good. I like Fumble Twig. I'm down for that. It's a good ghost name, honestly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Burn Twig. That sounds like Turn Twig that got set on fire.
Thistle blaze. I don't think the fire should be like in the
Yeah.
name, but
I'm pretty sold on Tumble Twig, to be honest.
tumble twig.
Mm-hmm. Fumble Twig.
The fumble twig. Yeah.
Fumble Twig.
Yeah, because it's also ghost.
Steve, what is happening over here?
I don't know.
Steve,
What
this
do you
is the
want?
second mod you've given a 6-pack to, and you're only 3 mods in. Now I'm worried.
To be fair, we said they're a stripper.
You had a very specific request for it.
Steve, I think it's naked and furry. I guess it's just naked, but does have handcuff or like they're like cuffed,
It's cuffed.
like a Chippendale dance.
Oh man.
All right. So what's next? Our bug?
Yeah.
And you
We-
gotta
we
remember,
haven't
it's
came
gotta
up
be a
with the
bug
names.
that's
We need to still come up with the names for it. We got
With more mouse.
More mouse, and we need the evolved name. Chip and mouse.
I think you could just call it like Free Mouse or something like that.
Mousemon.
Come on. More mouse. Or you just keep the more part, so it's like more mouse and like more free or something like that.
Morphine.
Morphine. Yeah, there we go. Guys, the group think tonight is not good. We're in a bad place.
Oh god.
We've agreed on everything except Alex's horrible flying idea.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
it's
fuck
really.
off. I think it's a good idea.
The worst idea.
I will always stand by that idea. You guys are
A good
assholes.
test is to see if youngster Jazz thinks it's a good idea.
Mormole's not bad. I don't hate
I can-
Mormole.
All right. Wait, what did Lila and Sneaky think of it? I don't remember.
They were
Anyways,
so shocked they couldn't comment.
yeah. Jazz, a quick recap of my idea. I think that ground type immunity, rather than you weren't here for it. It's okay. Rather than being based on flying types, it should be based on the body types. So you know how like Pokemon have like assigned like body types depending on like what kind of silhouette basically they are. And then something that is like any body types that are winged, which is basically all flying types already, save for a couple that don't make sense why they're flying type necessarily, would still be immune to ground types. But then on the other hand, kind of like how Lucha stands on the ground, whereas Braviary is floating in the air, kind of like that.
But how Lucha has wings.
The main reason I think, but Halucha is not like the winged body type. It's like a biped body type that just has like little wings underneath. But then the main reason that this helps is because Pokemon like Flygon or Latios and Latias don't have to have the levitate ability. They can have an actually interesting, useful ability that fits their design or their concept more, because they're not forced to have an ability that makes their flying ability make sense, you know?
So Halucha is an interesting one because when you look up its shape, it actually is just like the human
Yeah, it's the biped.
What about my sweet boy Zatu?
Zatu has wings. Zatu
Al-
flies.
Alex-
Those are its wings that it has pulled up in front of it.
Yeah, but he's always seen kind of standing like this, except in a few games where they actually did make
In
him
the more
float.
recent ones, they gave it a flying animation.
Alex, there's just such a weird distinction here that is not consistent. I see
agree.
your internal consistency, but there's no external consistency.
What about this boy? He floats. What about this boy? He's a floater.
Claydol?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about this floater right here? This guy's
Well,
a floater.
Claydol. So
What about this floater?
Floating. I'm not saying to completely get rid of the levitate ability. I'm just saying that Pokemon with wings shouldn't have to have the levitate ability.
Celebi
That
have
seems
wings?
like an extra ability then.
What?
Because
No, it would be instead
Celebi
of
does have
levitate. What are you talking about?
What about these non-functional wings on this?
yeah, but you're giving them an extra ability
Sigilyph?
inherently for no
Yeah.
reason.
Sigilyph flies.
He kind of just floats, honestly.
Sigilyph flies. It flaps its wings.
Yeah,
I'm not
no,
giving them an
it
seems like
extra.
it's
I mean,
struggling.
yeah, it would kind of be giving them an extra ability. So give them it would be the opportunity to give them an interesting ability that fits their concept
think-
or the
you
design.
think
What about this boy?
Levitate
Rather
isn't
than
an
shut up, rather
interesting-
than just having to have an ability that makes it so that they fit their mechanics around the design. You know, like that is what bothers me, is that they have to have this ability just because their design necessitates it, and it has to fit the mechanics somehow, rather than just saying, okay, here's the mechanic so that it would still make sense that ground wouldn't affect them, but then they could actually have an ability that would do something interesting for them.
I think the fact
Flygon
that
could
they
get the ability
have
that Delmise has, but for bug moves instead of steel moves. Yeah, totally, because it would make sense,
I
right?
think
That would be
them-
something interesting for
I think
Flygon.
them having levitate is interesting.
No,
That's
it's
already
not.
that's already them doing something that's cool. They get immunity to something for free.
Bro.
Wait, Alex, do you just want to give all of your dragon types immunity to ground?
No, okay,
Yeah,
no.
we
Look at this.
figured
Look
it
at this.
out.
No, how many dragons in my design theory? How many of these dragons would actually get that immunity? There
Most
would
of
be there would be Hydreigon and there would be Flygon. That's it. All of the others are either already flying with wings, or they are terrestrial.
Does Charizard get it?
Yes, because Charizard is winged and Charizard is flying type and immune to ground already. That doesn't mess with anything. I'll have to plan a Pokemon RPG where you can give Flygon an ability, then invite me to play it. Yes, absolutely.
But and then the flying types that now get hit by ground type moves is also the bad part of this idea.
Sure. So
Because
it
then
mix,
there's no
so there are pros and
consistency.
cons. Whoa, it's not an overpowered idea.
It's not about the overpoweredness. It's about the inconsistency and the lack of clarity of the
There's
idea.
complete consistency. If you look at something,
No, there's
if you look at something, if you look at Hydreigon doesn't have levitate, right? If you look at Hydreigon, which every single animation that Hydreigon has ever had, it is flying. And you say to yourself, that thing, for some reason, doesn't get hit by ground types, even though all flying Pokemon do. How is that less consistent than my idea, where if you look at something that is flying, it's immune to ground type moves?
Let me just put it in the simplest way. I think the game should function as data points. And the data points is you have this mon, it has these types, and it has these effects. When you try to incorporate the visual aesthetics into the functionality of the game that is not explained in the typage or any of the definitive stats of it, that's when it breaks apart and there's no clarity. You're
what-
making aesthetic determine rules instead of letting the stats determine the rules.
No, the mechanic, the clarity, the mechanic, the definition, the data points come from the body types. That's why I said it would be based on the body
So
types.
then now you have to add a body type for all the mons and you have to know all
Every
the
single
new mons.
Pokemon already has a body type.
Not
They do.
visually in the forefront of the game.
I mean,
It's
that's
in
how
their
the entries
Pokédex
are based
entries.
off of, Dan. It
So-
is a system that already exists in the game.
Yeah, you're just changing where that immunity data point goes. That's it.
And why would that be the only place that has immunity data points instead of
Steve, does this thing have assless chaps on it?
noise?
No.
Yeah, it definitely does.
It looks like it has assless chaps, Steve.
Well, it shouldn't because that's closed, and I thought the whole point was that it's naked.
Well, it's you asked for a Chippendale stripper, so
They don't wear pants, Steve.
they do in the pictures I saw.
That's because you
He
got
did
safe
his research.
mode on your Google
Yeah.
search still on.
You got
Are you
Let's
telling
move
me
on
Chip
to our
Farley-
bug. We have to design a bug that is so cool that our 8th gym leader can use it as his ace. That's a tough call.
That's
Yeah.
not hard. There are some really rad bug Pokemon.
Well, the
I feel
problem
like we
is
could do
that this is going to be a bug that you get really early on, right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
So,
It's going to be one that's horrible to level up, though. It's going to be one that's just the absolute worst to level up.
okay.
Like this is like a Volcanion, or no, not Volcanion. What's that bug
Volcarona?
fire? Volcarona. This is like a Volcarona kind of Pokemon. Volcarona doesn't evolve until like level 60 or something stupid like that.
Exactly. The first one will happen like pretty early on, maybe like
Right.
20 or something.
But then
And
you're
after
gonna have that for a long
Ever,
time.
right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be that. It's gonna be that mon that you keep
A lot of-
looking up and being like, I swear this has like some crazy like, nope, it's just level and
Right.
it's way high.
A lot of dragons are like that actually, because a lot of dragons don't get to their final form until like the late 50s.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do the Beatles, dung Beatles? I need to sing Ringo.
Yeah,
Ringo.
we were thinking we could do something like that, but not as our starting bugs,
Mm-hmm.
where we do Beatles.
Okay, let's think. Desert. I love just typing things in.
Yeah.
Desert bugs and see what
Okay,
happens.
I need a drink from yelling about my flying types.
Black widows, stink bugs.
Scorpion?
We could do a bug poison stink bug. Fire ant. Ooh, wait, that's Durant already exists.
Durant's a steel ant, though.
I know. Although we should have a regional Durant that is a fire ant, but that's neither here nor there. We're not drawing regionals tonight.
Defeats the point of Durant because its whole thing is its arch rival is a fire type anteater.
Well, maybe that's how they evolved to fight the
Oh,
anteaters.
I love the lore behind Heatmore and Durant. Oh, wait, were you saying we could do termites? We should do termites.
Termites is not a bad one.
more like heat less, am I right?
Ha! Ladies.
Ladies?
The good thing about a termite
I hardly
Pokemon
know
too.
her.
The good thing about termite Pokemon is desert termites. That's a great one. Make those like column structures that are really cool.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like anti-ants. They build up instead of down.
Like,
which
what
is
if the
super
bug
rad.
type gym leader's gym was based on like termite hills? Like, you have to navigate.
Yeah, like it's a maze or
Ooh.
something.
You
like
have to navigate through like a maze of like termite hills.
Okay, wait.
that.
Question.
A termite. Okay, that's good. I like that.
Question.
Make the final evolution fire type, and it's called thermite. What?
I missed the name for the fire bush.
We didn't come up with one. We got super sidetracked.
Twig.
Oh yeah, fumble twig.
Fumble twig.
Fumble twig.
Yeah, fumble twig.
And okay.
I don't think it has a different form name. I think
No, it's just
yeah.
always Fumbletwig.
Yeah.
The only problem with termites is they don't really have like multiple
They do.
stages.
So
Well, yeah,
desert ones are different than wood ones.
Oh.
Desert ones start off as like basically they look like a little like mealworm ant type things,
Mhm.
and then they get wings as a final like
Ooh.
as a they get like these like kind of like dragonfly-esque wings.
Mhm. Are we?
So-
I just kind of threw it out there as a joke, but now that I think about it, it's actually really not bad. Are we doing fire typing and calling it thermite?
Good. So the other thing about it is I think there's 3 stages already built in, right? There's
Okay.
worker, soldier, and swarm, which are basically 3 branches that they already evolved into.
Mhm.
So we start the first one off as like a little worker. The second one is the soldier, who you're gonna have for most of the battle. And then
Giant,
the final one
right?
becomes swarm, where it gets wings and like backs off a little bit. It's more like regal in that kind
Is it going to be flying type? Bug flying?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of the third Evos for those Route 1 bugs are bug flying.
Or bug poison. Well, let's take a look at what other bug.
What if it
combos
was
there are.
bug?
Could just be normal bug, honestly.
Normal bug?
There is no normal bug combo.
There are
yet.
no normal bugs.
And I think a normal bug's not horrible.
Wow.
If we wanted to make it actually really strong and like formidable for the 8th gym leader, Bug Steel has one weakness.
That's already
Times four
Durant,
higher.
that was the thing.
That is already Durant.
Yeah.
It could be, I mean, Bug Ground or Bug Rock makes sense if we're gonna do the tunnel thing, because it like builds the like thing. So it could be Bug Rock, which I think is just that crab.
I feel
so
like
far.
if we're not careful, we are going to have a lot of like rock and ground type Pokemon in this region.
Yeah.
I think more
Yeah.
ground than rock though, but
Yeah.
I think a Bug Rock makes sense here.
Okay.
I think just having it become bug flying in the first two or just bug just makes the most sense.
If
I know we
So
were
bug,
trying to,
bug flying.
Yeah, I know we're trying to like break the mold, but we can't necessarily do that
Yeah.
with all of them.
Yeah, and we don't have to break the mold that much.
we have a lot of rock
there's a certain
type.
comfort to consistency.
If we have a lot of rock type, we can just put in a hard rock cafe.
Ha!
That's our Bobs in this game.
There's a rock type
Fucking
gym leader,
Bobs.
and he's at the Hard Rock Cafe.
I don't know if just because it has wings, it needs to be flying. That was my thing.
Oh wait, there's an item in Pokemon called Soft Sand, so we could have a Soft Sand Cafe.
That's pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind.
Okay.
Soft Sand Cafe, and then someone
Soft
makes a
Sand
quip
Cafe.
about like I collect the pins at all the soft sands all over
Yeah,
the world.
exactly.
Yeah.
You go in, and there's just like all kinds of like
Pokemon.
and like different
That is-
Pokeballs that famous trainers have used.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's like a little like you go up to it and you're like, this is Giovanni's coat, and you're like,
Yeah.
whoa!
Yeah,
How
okay.
did you get that?
That is actually really fun.
That's super cute.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's so good.
Soft sand.
Soft Sand Cafe.
New Valor's the best fucking
New
region.
Valor's the best region. Honestly, all the regions can step up, right? Like,
Yeah, right.
oh man, so good, so good. So I think we're going with Termite for the bug, right?
Yeah. Can the soldier's name just be Termite, but it's spelled like might? That's all.
Termite, M-I-G-H.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or maybe even like Termite or something like that, just to give it a little bit of a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just with an I at the end, though. It's like,
Yeah.
it's cool.
So it's gonna be what?
Oh, can the last one be Termoth?
No.
Okay. Didn't think so.
Spider-Man, turn off the dark.
What are the Dom? What are the names of the three forms again? The three stages.
It is.
Worker,
Wow. I'm
worker,
getting.
Worker,
soldier.
swarm.
It's worker, soldier, swarmer.
Swarm. Okay.
I mean, it could be like Termy, Termite, and then something else like that.
Swarmoth.
Termod.
Termite.
If you want moth as the suffix, you could do swarmoth.
I like Swarmite.
Swarmite. Oh, Swarmite's not bad.
Termite.
Swarmite's
we-
pretty good.
Maybe we keep the might. Keep the might
Yeah. So maybe it's
suffix
like
going along.
It's
Ter-
might
termite.
the whole time.
Yeah.
Like,
I also really like this concept that for the majority of your play, you're probably going to have it at the second stage.
Second
right?
stage.
Yeah.
Gonna get a lot of Eviolite uses out of it.
You are, for sure, for sure. So what's the first stage then? So it's Termite, or
Yeah,
The
so
first-
it's
Termite,
Termite, Swarmite.
right? And then what's the first stage?
First stage is
The worker
termite
stage.
endurance.
Larva stage could just be like, we're just calling it Mighty, not.
Just call it Larmite or something like that. So it's Larmite
Yeah.
because it's like larva.
Yeah.
Larmite, yeah.
Do this every day. Thank you. Oh, we enjoy it. We have fun.
Oh, it's a good time.
Yeah.
Yes, Crabstar, the last form gets bug flying.
Actually, we should probably call it Nymphmite because I don't think it has a larva stage. I think it's a nymph stage.
Yeah.
I'm seeing.
Yeah.
So call it Nymphite. Sounds
What if
sexy.
we called it?
Nymphite.
Yeah, I was going to say,
What if we called
I don't
it
know.
M. Night Shyamalan?
Or just Nymphite. Just call it Nymphite. N-I-M. Nymphite.
Oh,
Does
Nymphite,
this
and it's
internal-
it's N-I-F-I-G-H-T. Nymphite.
Nymphite. Yeah, Nymphite.
Okay.
And then it goes to Termite. Or Termite. And then
Termite.
Swarmite.
Swarmite. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
That's good. That's
Yeah,
good.
I like it. I like it.
I'm not sure about having fight in the name because people are gonna be like, why doesn't it have fighting
Yeah.
type?
True.
Yeah, well, why isn't Grap locked water type? Sometimes these things happen.
I don't think we can look at bad design and then be
I think
like, well,
I
this
think
is why we
Nymphite
can do bad
Nymphite is
design.
fine. I honestly think Nymphite is fine. Like
Nymphite?
N-Y-M. Nymphite.
Yeah.
Nymphite.
Namite.
Turmoil. Oh.
Interesting.
So yeah, Termite, Nymphite, Termite, Swarmite. I think that's great. The Mite
Yeah.
line.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mike guy.
Mite guy.
Might guy.
Are we gonna spell termite differently than termite?
I
Yeah,
think
it's IGHT.
all three of them have IGHT.
Yeah, all three are IGHT. It's normally spelled M-I-T-E-S. Tim.
I know. I know. I feel like that might look weird.
What?
Like to have Nimite and Swarmite with the IGH.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Honestly.
I think that if we did ITE for those two, and then Termite was
I don't
MIGHT,
think
that
it would
would look a
translate.
lot weirder. It would just
Yeah.
be very like a weird jarring change.
Yeah, I'm not. What if they were all just Nimite, Termite, and Swarmite?
So
I don't think you need to. Honestly.
IGHTY as in?
Yeah.
I think it's fine
feels-
without the Y.
Weird other than Termite. Like I would get Termite by itself.
Right.
Nimite and
Yeah.
Swarmite.
No, I
Yeah.
agree.
So awkward.
I feel like the GH just feels awkward, though.
It's fine. You're never gonna see
It's
it.
a bun.
What do you mean you're never gonna see it? It's on the screen.
It's a normalized bug.
Real Pokemon masters name their Pokemon.
True.
Not that screen, the Pokedex screen.
There also definitely needs to be a Scorpion Mon because it's the desert.
Yeah.
There are already Scorpion Pokemon. Like we could just have Scorpies and
Can we have a
Whatever
fighting
they're
type
called out
Scorpion?
Hitting type Scorpion.
fighting type
Yeah,
Scorpion.
that just has like
Oh, man.
boxing gloves, but they're really like the
I mean, there's Crabrawler, which is a crab with boxing gloves.
well, not necessarily
pincers.
actually boxing gloves, but like just that design. But
Yeah,
it's the,
Crabrawler.
it's the-
Crabrawler is like that.
This thing sucks. What is this thing?
What, Crabrawler?
What the hell is this thing?
Yeah,
it
it
sucks,
sucks,
so
dude.
hard.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's another Gen 7 specialty coming at you.
I thought this was a fake Mon when I googled it, honestly.
No,
wow.
no, it
Yeah,
just
that's
sucks.
not
Look
good.
at that hair.
This thing is horrible.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's real bad, dude. It's got a
Wow.
fucking black eye.
Gen 7's the one I know the least about, honestly.
Oh,
Yeah.
Gen 7
Yeesh.
sucks ass, dude.
That brawler is. It looks dumb in the anime.
Oh, does
Like
it
the
evolve?
anime clearly doesn't even look like it.
Does it get ice type when it evolves or something?
Something like that, I think.
Is it?
It
just-
evolved. They gave this thing a second stage.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, Crabominable. It turns into an abominable crab man.
I don't like that it has
It's on its
paws
hands.
in its. Yeah, I don't like that.
They
Oh.
also
God,
I'm
just
just
gave it
sucks.
boobs?
Just sucks.
Why does it look like the
Yeah.
Ice King had a baby?
God, Sun and Moon sucks so much, dude.
yeah, I'm looking through some of their Pokemon now, and their normal flying is just a toucan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Honestly,
just
though,
a toucan.
I really like the first evolution of the little woodpecker I think if they would have kept evolving that into like a cool woodpecker design, it could have been really cool, but they just made it a toucan.
Guess maybe Pokemon's bad with drop. Is that a
Crabrawler
controversial
looks
thing?
ridiculous. Yeah. Crabrawler is... Oh, Crabominable looks ridiculous. Yeah.
They
It's
both look horrible.
honestly, I think Crabrawler looks worse than Crabominable, but they are both very bad. The only Gen 7 Pokemon that I can think of that I like is Salazzle. I think Salazzle's really rad. And Salazzle's ability is dope as hell. It's the one where you can poison Steel type and poison
Corrosion?
Pokemon. Yeah,
Corrosion.
it allows you
Yeah,
to poison
Salazzle is cool. I like Salazzle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Salazzle's really dope. Plus, Salazzle's shiny is just straight up Spider-Gwen costume.
I like their starters.
They're starters?
Yeah, Gen 7
Yeah,
starters are
I don't
fun.
know. I mean, Incineroar is kind of the worst thing to ever exist.
I hate Incineroar.
Incineroar sucks, but
He's not fun to
Decidueye,
play against. He's not fun to look at.
Decidueye is pretty good. I like Decidueye.
Incineroar is so much fun to play in Smash Bros. Though. So.
That's because it's a man in a costume. Primarina is actually... I didn't like Primarina when I first saw it, but it has grown on me since then.
Honestly, same. Yeah.
I actually kind of really like the design now. Decidueye was always good. I thought that was just always well done.
Yeah.
But
Incineroar just sucks so much. Sorry,
Incineroar just sucks so much.
What is
is
Sorry,
the problem.
Susan. I know Susan loves Incineroar for some
Everyone's
reason.
entitled to be wrong.
Yeah.
What is this Buzzwole? This bug fighting type that has
Oh
a tripod
god, don't
for
even get me
legs and a
started on
six-pack?
Buzzwole, dude. Oh
What
my
is this?
god.
Wait, why was Smeargle in the Sun and
So,
Moon decks?
but-
What?
So Dan, Buzzwole is one of the few
Oh.
Pokemon called Ultra Beasts.
Oh, I hate the Ultra
And
Beasts.
Ultra
They're
Beasts
so
are
bad.
not Pokemon. They're not Pokemon. They're
There's
just
a di-
abominations.
Who put
That
this
clown-
Digimon in my Pokemon game?
Yeah, literally, that's what Ultra Beasts are. The like fire clown Pokemon is the greatest thing of all time. Though.
Oh my god.
I love that voice so much.
Oh, but Komala's so cute. Oh, that
Yeah,
normal
Kamala's
type.
fine. Kamala, it's just a koala with a log,
Yeah,
though.
that's so cute. Oh shit. Fuck. How have I
Dan's
gone
like,
this
whoa.
long not knowing? Man.
Apparently I started typing Ultra Beasts, and apparently at some point I tried searching Ultra Beasts redesign because I wanted to see if anyone designed them to actually look like Pokemon.
This gen also has the first normal dragon, right?
Yes.
Dragon.
And it's-
Grandpa!
The bridge between
Grandpa.
our worlds.
Grandpa!
well,
like-
people already know. how-
Grandpa!
Like Xurkitree is horrible. One, it's a bad pun. Two,
Which
like,
one?
Xurkitree, which is just circuitry.
Oh yeah, yeah. They're all the Ultra
Just
Beasts
bad, man.
just dumb and bad.
That's not
Just
a
bad.
That's not a
Bad.
bad pun.
It's a pretty bad pun, dude.
I think it's fine.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's the same quality of pun as we've been naming our Pokemon.
Ours are great.
Ours are fantastic.
I think you guys are
Anyways.
a little biased.
Wow. What is it with them? What is with Pokemon trying to make the ugliest fish possible every single generation?
yeah. The
Why
Sun
is that
and
their
Moon one,
goal?
The Sun and Moon one is real bad, dude.
Oh,
Brookish?
Brookish? Oh my god.
Why are they just like? I feel like every gen has an ugly fish in it. Like they're trying so hard to up their game
Is
every
that
single
wait?
time.
Is that one of the tropes though?
It
Is that-
might be, honestly.
Is that one
Oh
of
my
the
goodness.
one of the categories
Ugly
that we
fish.
need to fulfill here? Ugly fish?
Ugly fish.
We call
We
it
need a
fugly.
New Valor ugly fish?
Oh no.
Wait, ugly fish. I found an article. 10 is Magikarp.
Crabstar's
I-
watching the Sun and Moon anime.
Remoraid. I've heard it's quite quality.
Yeah, I've heard good things about the Sun and Moon anime.
Quillfish, Barraskewda, Relicanth. I think Relicanth's fine. Huntail, pretty ugly. Whiscash, Stunfisk, pretty bad.
Huntail's
Ruckish,
ugly, but Gorbis isn't, and I feel like that duality is on purpose.
Yeah.
Where
And then
is-
Feebas is intended to be ugly. That's the whole point of
Yeah.
Feebas. So,
Yeah, because Feebas has a glow up into Milotic.
exactly.
the greatest
The
glow up in
Feebas is
cinematic
still
history?
better than the others.
I mean, we do have to design.
But there's
the-
no There's no.
We have to design the like dog type dark that the Mormons use.
Is
Or
that
maybe
the coyote?
or maybe the
What if
Mormons
they
are
don't,
fairy
though?
type. Maybe
Honestly,
What
fairy
if they
type.
use? What if they use
normal
normal types and
types?
fairy types?
I think normal and fairy
mostly
type.
normal types.
I think mostly normal types is the way to go.
That means we
honestly.
have to make a lot more normal mons.
We do have to make a lot more normal mons.
Let's
welcome.
go.
So what do you want the normal mon? How do we make? Why is there no like ghost book Pokemon?
I mean,
yet?
they're definitely going to use the pre-evolved form of the naked mole rat.
I mean, they're definitely,
The
hopefully
normal.
gonna have whatever our normal ghost type is.
They're gonna use Mormole for sure.
No,
I
the
think
normal
the-
ghost stand is going to be like a legendary or pseudo legendary that you use as the champion.
Oh.
And that's not going to be a common mon. That's too powerful to be a common mon because it has 0 weaknesses.
Well, their
except
leader
ghosts.
could use one. Their leader could use one.
Yeah, their leader could use one, and then Dan could also use
It
one.
doesn't have 0 weaknesses. Just
Except ghost. It only has
Dark.
ghost weaknesses.
no, it's immune to ghost.
Oh, you're right.
It's
It
only
only has
dark.
dark.
It's immune to ghost, fighting, and normal types.
Hell
Yeah.
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 That's why it has to be like a pseudo legendary or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
Or we just give it poo-poo stats.
What if it has? What if it has
It's a
like?
pseudo legendary, Dan.
What if it has like a weird ability that makes it weaker to super effective moves?
So it like gives itself.
It's a glass cannon. It's a glass cannon.
But
essentially.
it's only dark
Shedinja?
type though.
It's only dark. So there you go. So if it's only
It has
weakness
Wonder
dark
Guard.
type, if its only
It
weakness is
has-
dark type, then make it so that dark type moves are like 3 times
I
as
don't think
effective
that's
instead of 2 times.
necessary.
We give it Wonder Guard, so you can only kill
Oh
it
my
with dark
God.
types.
God.
I don't.
You know somebody would do that. They would use that ability that like I forget what it's called that like gives switches.
You switch
Yeah.
the abilities,
Yeah.
Be good.
That's a pro. I mean, do people?
It's a pro
already do that?
strat.
Do people already do that on like Sableye and Spiritomb? I would
Yeah,
imagine
things
they
like
do.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
Maybe.
can you? It's probably really difficult to do because you probably need to have a Pokemon that knows Skill Swap, and then
A Wonder Guard Pokemon.
yeah, what Shedinja, right?
Right.
And then you
You
skill
swap it
swap
off.
the Shedinja, swap Shedinja out for whatever you want to give Wonder Guard, and then skill swap again. Ugh.
Well, what you would do is you would have a Shedinja that has.
Skill
If you
swap.
have-
I don't know if it can learn skill swap is the thing.
Well, no. You have a Shedinja that has a U-turn on it, and then you give it that item that has like lowest priority that you have, right? And then what you do
Okay.
is you U-turn,
Oh.
skill swap, and then the next turn it immediately comes to the next mon, and then you skill swap again.
That is probably the best way to do it. Yeah.
Even better if you can give it like the second mon has like follow me or something like that, or rage powder, so they have to target it, but you
Well,
speed. You have
if
a
it
stop
has
max
if it has
speed.
follow me or something, then it can't use skill swap. It has to use skill swap. That's
No,
that's a move, not an ability.
No, the other mon has skill swap though.
Yeah.
The new mod that you're switching into
you
has
have-
follow me on it.
Well, but then that's so like after the
Yeah,
next turn, then you start using follow me. Oh shit.
yeah. So then
Oh, shit.
every turn you just hit follow me, and then
Oh
other
my
mod just gets
God.
wrecking stuff.
So the question is, can Sableye or Spiritomb learn follow me? Because those are, I mean, theoretically, those are the ones that we're talking about here, right? Oh, I guess. Oh my God! Or you could Wonder Guard Durant or Excelgor, because their only weakness is fire.
Yeah, and just hope there's not a fire mod, and then maybe you switch to and then you get an Inteleon. You after the skill link, you get an Inteleon because that thing's always going first unless there's a trick room.
Wait. Flash Fire is not like Lightning Rod, where it
No.
attracts fire type moves, right?
I don't think there is
Because
over
that
there.
would be insane. If you did that with your other mon, so
Yeah.
that any fire type move, because then your one mon is actually.
He genuinely has nothing that can kill it. Yeah.
Oh man.
Amazing.
Oh, they look so cute.
They do look really cute, Steve.
Oh. Wait till I ink Swarmite. You're not gonna be happy with me.
I like how gross it looks right now.
Oh, okay. I guess you are happy with
They're
me.
cute in a gross way.
They are cute in a gross way. That's what a good bug type should be, though, honestly.
Damn.
Sweet. I'm trying to think.
Do we want to try to lock down our gyms since we're probably not going to draw more mons past this trio?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
should probably lock down the gyms.
All right, gym types. So we've got the 4th gym is ice. The 6th gym is ground. Oh wait, are we doing the 4th gym is fire and ice double battle?
Yeah, I think so. Well, I think.
Is that
I
one
think.
gym?
Wait. I think the way it works is you go in, and the gym is literally like maybe they're like it's the classic trope of like we're family and we're rivals or we're lovers, whatever it is, right? And we're in a fight, and then in order to fight the gym, you have to help them solve like the lover spat or something like that, and then they'll fight you. Kind of the old way where it was like in Gen 2, they're like, you have to make my Pokemon not sick for me to fight you, and you're like, all right, go get some medicine, right? Like that kind of thing.
Mhm.
And then they're like, okay, sorry we took up so much of your time on your journey. We'll give you an option. You can either fight both of us individually, and that means 6 and 6, or we can double battle, and then all of the grunts.
It doesn't necessarily have to be 6 and 6 though. It could just be they send out 3 fire types and 3 ice types.
Well, that's the thing that makes it an interesting choice for the player, though. If they choose to fight individually, right? Like maybe they have a really good like team against ice, but not great against fire. So it's smarter for them to face just the ice types alone.
Okay.
So they can do like 6 and 6, or they can do like strongest 3 and strongest 3, and then that's the double battle. So there's either way, they're either going to fight 6 and 6, or 3 and 3, which is quicker but potentially more deadly, right? Because I think like because it's more diverse, and
Okay.
because maybe they have moves that play off of each other in a way that only happens if you take the double battle.
Oh yeah.
So you can either speed the game up and do both in one shot, or do one, come back and do the second.
So
Okay.
there's 2 gym leaders, then you need to beat both of them to get the badge.
Yeah.
Right.
Even if you do it in singles.
Even if you do it one at a time. Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, there have been double battled like 2 gym leaders before, like Tate and Liza.
Yeah, but there wasn't ever an option to beat one of them and then you have to come back and
No.
beat the other.
Was
No,
that
that's
the
what
two
makes them
psychic kids?
interesting. There also have never been an option where you have to answer quiz questions that give you stat boosts or stat reductions in the middle of
And I
that.
think this is a much better mechanic than that. So
Yeah.
I just think it's cool to give the player the option, right? Like,
Yeah.
you play both of us or individual. It's up to you,
Mhm, mhm.
right?
I like it.
And maybe it's even optional, like helping them fix it. Like maybe if you don't help them fix their marriage or whatever, you have to fight them individually, but you get to unlock the option of fighting them both together if you help them or something like that. I don't know. I think we want to build agency into the games because I feel like that's what they're lacking right now. So like 4/5 fire ice.
Yeah. We still haven't figured out what our first gym is. We could just go like classic water or something.
I thought we did.
Steve's water.
Yeah,
We're-
Steve is water.
All right. We were talking about fighting.
I think fighting's not a horrible choice. That could work.
For the first one?
Yeah. I just hate fighting types. Not a fan. Not a fan.
Ghost. Probably not.
I do want a ghost gym though.
Yeah, it shouldn't be the first one because most low-level mons you need that normal move.
Yeah, it's just a normal type attack.
Yeah, especially if we got some normal mons in there.
I mean, so what do we still have open at our disposal?
2, 3.
Oh, I was talking about types. So
We just have 2, 3, and 7 left though, right?
So the types that it could be, eliminating the ones we've already determined and our 5 types. We have
Yep.
either dark, electric, fairy, fighting, fire, flying, ghost, grass.
Poison, rock, steel.
Electric?
Yeah, he said that.
Rock, steel,
Fairy.
and water.
What if we did fairy and then our 7th one's flying?
Wait.
So fairy is 2.
So what's
7 is flying.
one
What's
fighting?
one?
I think fighting is 1.
Okay.
Fighting is 1. Okay. And then 2 is fairy. Do we want to have a dark type gym since there's only ever been one dark type gym, which is in Gen 8?
So that would be 3, maybe?
I feel like we should get like maybe like grass in second or something.
Hmm.
There have been 5 grass type gym leaders.
The other thing too is I'm not against. No, maybe I am against that actually. Never mind. I was gonna say I'm not against giving our rival a type, but I think that our rival is better when they're diverse
Yeah.
because I think it provides a more interesting fight for
I
them.
think
It
we
was
can-
way more intimidating to know that blue was your rival / champion at the end, and you're like, oh shit, I've been going up against monotype teams and it's been no problem, but now I have to go up against an actually diverse team.
Yeah, it has good moves.
I mean, I think we can have those like secondary rivals that are more.
Sure, that are more specialized.
Right.
Mhm. That's kind of what they do in Sword and Shield,
Yeah, with Bidet.
where
with
you've
the
got
psychics.
Hop as your main rival with a diverse team, and then you've got Bidet or Beatty or whatever, and
It's Bead.
Marnie. It's Bede.
Pretty sure
No,
it's today.
I'm pretty sure it's actually Bead.
I think it's supposed to be Beatty, no?
Well, because it's a old British historical person. The Bede was a writer.
Okay. Well, I'm never going to not call them Bidet.
That is a good choice.
All right, so read the list off. First gym.
All right.
Let's just knock him down. First
Here's
gym.
the list. Get ready. First gym, fighting. Second gym, TBD. Third gym, TBD. Fourth gym, fire and ice. Fifth gym, TBD.
No,
Sixth
4 and 5 are fire and ice. It's 4/5.
What?
Oh, really?
They're 2 gym leaders. It's the 4th gym and the 5th
This
gym.
is what I was asking.
Yeah.
You said it was one gym though.
I don't
Yeah.
know about getting 2 gym
No.
badges at once.
You still have to do. You still have to do
2
a hell of a
badges?
fight. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're both going to be at the same level. Like, I feel like that just really cuts short the game a lot more than normal.
No, I don't think so. I don't think
I don't
so.
think we can do that, Dom. This is what I was asking before.
That's what I'm saying.
I would rather it just be 1 badge for the 2 of them.
In the double battle, if you choose the double battle, you have to fight 12 mons.
I think it should be in the double battle. There's
6.
3. There's 3 fire Pokemon and 3 ice Pokemon, and then if it's the single battle, then it's 1 battle, but they'll send out 3 fire and 3 ice and
Interchangeably.
interchangeably.
Well, if that's the case, then why don't we just make every gym
2
dual
types.
type?
We'll run out of types.
We won't.
We won't.
Yes, we will.
There's 18
There's
types,
18.
aren't there?
Yeah,
And
there's
that would be 16.
well minus the 4. Yeah,
But then-
16. So there would be just enough to do
No,
dual
but-
type for every gym.
And then, what do you want to duplicate with our elite types and stuff?
No,
I
we
think
wouldn't
that's
have to.
okay.
That's the thing.
I think that's okay.
Or no, yeah, we would. No, we wouldn't have. Yeah, it would be 14. So yeah, we would have to duplicate 2 Elite 4 types. I
I think that's fine, honestly.
I don't think we need to do dual types for every gym.
I kind of think it could be exciting, honestly.
I
Now I'm on
think
board
it's-
with it.
I think it's exciting and fun enough to just do it for the one. To just do fire and ice. I don't think we need to come up with pairings for every gym.
I think it wouldn't work. I don't think flavor-wise or like team building-wise, it would be that exciting to do it.
Yeah, here's the
else.
thing. It would be kind of cool and interesting at first in first concept, but then eventually it would be 1, difficult for us to come up with stuff, and 2, just kind of strange and annoying. Whereas like with this, it's like because it's happening that one time, it's way more memorable that, oh shit, there's a fire and ice gym, you know?
That's fair. I guess that's fair.
I think
It's more that we're introducing that it could be a thing in the future than it
Yeah.
needs to be a thing right now.
But I
That's
think
fair.
it's
Okay.
still only 1 badge.
I still think it should just be the 1 badge.
Probably, yeah.
And when you finish, you get to choose if you want the fire badge or the ice badge, and it's a whole big thing, right? And that's it. Whichever one you pick starts a fight again, and then go right back to fight.
When you leave.
Yeah, so it's this beautiful story moment of like, you can't fight the gym until you resolve their fight. You resolve the fight, you beat them, they ask you to make a choice you don't want to make, you make a choice, and then it fights again, and that's how you leave them. That's a really good story.
And then it doesn't really have any consequence, except maybe somewhere down the line someone will give you an item for having one badge or the other, but that's at most what it would affect. But it's just a fun little story beat. I like it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Termite has a little parachute.
Aw. It would probably affect
so
the
I tried to design their heads. So this one's got.
Oh, Steve froze.
Oh, Steve.
Uh-oh.
Steve!
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 Steve, you froze.
Steve, you froze through all that. Do it again.
Wow. Pretty low freeze chance, too, honestly. Pokey guys, not with you. Hacks.
Freeze hacks on Steve. I think I know what he was trying to say, though. That he was designing the heads based off of what they are.
Grab targets it.
Yeah. All right. So, Gym 2. What's it going to be?
I think fairy.
Fairy?
I think we need a weak fairy gym.
Fair. Yeah.
Which means we have to give an early level steel mon in there somewhere, but
Interesting.
we'll figure that out later.
Or poison.
I feel like there aren't really many cool steel mons.
There are. There are.
I mean, Metagross is pretty rad.
Aggron?
The Metagross. Oh, I love. Yes, let's give them Aaron. Let's give them Aaron. Let's give them Aaron. Let's give them Aaron.
And Duraludon.
Oh. And, fucking,
Excadrill.
Yeah.
Okay, I take that back. You know what we need? We need a cute steel type. That's what we need.
Yeah.
Because all the steel types, other than like Jirachi.
I mean, Klefki. Klefki is a cute steel type.
No, a mono steel. We did a cute mono steel Pokemon that stays mono steel the entire time. It doesn't change into something else. I feel like that's what we need.
Is Grumpig steel type? I know that Spoink
I don't know what the eyeball nut looking thing is, if that's pure steel, but that's
It is. Meltan?
Yeah.
That's pretty cute.
Wait, what is it?
It is kind of cute.
Meltan.
It's from
Meltan. Oh, Meltan.
It's from Sword and Shield, so I haven't seen it.
Well, I think it's.
No, it's actually from Pokemon Go. It's a mon that started off as a Pokemon Go exclusive, and then
I'm pretty sure they put it in Sun and Moon.
They did, but no, I think in Sword and Shield.
I think Meltan's in Sun and Moon.
I don't know.
I think it's Sword and Shield only.
Oh.
I want a cute monotype Steelmon, but we'll figure that out next time. We need to figure out these gyms.
Okay, so Gym 3. What's Gym 3 gonna be?
Maybe that's when we could bust out electric.
Dark?
No, we're not doing electric because it's the most represented gym so far. I think we can have an electric rival because I think that's super fun.
Ooh, yeah.
Maybe he's a gambler. Ooh, maybe like there's like a gambling mini game, or like he tries different like games of luck with you every time, and then it affects the like battle you do at like based on how well you do in the game beforehand, right?
That is kind of fun, actually.
Like he makes you play blackjack, and then if you win, he'll pull out certain mons, and if you lose, he'll pull out different.
And he's
mons.
not like a main rival, but he's like this mysterious strength.
Yeah.
Every once in a while. Okay.
He's just like a traveling gambler.
He's kind of like he's like in Gen 3, the news crew. Where
exactly.
They're canonically the same people, but you can find them in like different areas. We can find like this wandering gambler in ours.
He's like, I like electric types because I got an electric personality. People say I'm charismatic, you know? And it's like...
I feel like the third gym could be either like fire or grass.
But we can't be fire.
So grass has had 5 gym leaders. Grass has had 5 gym leaders in the past. Fire has had.
We already have fire. For fire and ice.
Ghost for 3?
I feel like we should get like we should pace out our like types of types. Because we already had fighting and fairy. We should do like a more just like normal.
I'm kind of thinking that too, Dan.
Type.
Yeah.
Well, I think we need to have one.
We can do rock.
I think we need to have one of every starting secondary type, though. which is what? It's ghost, dark, and
Psychic.
Psychic.
psychic. Well, it can't be psychic because I'm
Yeah.
psychic. So I think that's covered already. But-
So do we want to do gym 3 as dark?
I feel like just having it be grass.
I don't want a grass gym.
Yeah, I don't
That's
really
hella
like
lame.
Rest.
That's hecka lame, Dan.
I would rather do rock than grass.
Well, I don't want a rock gym either because our gyms
No, but I would
are
rather do rock than grass. We could do fire. There haven't been that many.
No, we already have a fire
night.
gym.
Oh God, why do I keep forgetting? Yes. Okay.
It's fire/ice.
I'd be okay
Um,
with rock. I'd be okay with rock.
Steel. We could do steel.
Alex, did
You
you
do
say there's a
steel,
ton
too.
of ground type gyms? Did you say
No,
that was already?
ground is the least used other than dark.
We already have a ground gym, Max.
But we
That's
have
number
ground is number 6. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Excuse me.
because it's going to be the guy who lives in Death Valley and is probably a hermit.
So
Right.
so we're not
poison.
doing.
There have only been 2 poison gyms.
So we're not
I'm
doing
gonna be the
elect-
poison
so,
elite four.
so you guys
Oh,
are
right.
vetoing
I don't
at
know
any
that costume.
point doing an electric gym, a grass gym, or
Correct.
a rock gym.
I'm iffy about rock, but definitely the first 2.
There's 18
Electric-
types.
So there's 18 types, and we
Okay,
need
let me read off
13
what we have
of
left.
them.
Let me read off. Let me
Correct.
read off what else we have. We
Well,
have
14
dark.
of them because we're doing fire.
I want a flying
Let me-
gym.
Let me read off what we have. There is dark, electric, flying, ghost, grass, rock, and steel. That's what
I
we
want a
have.
flying gym. I'm totally fine with a flying
Flying
gym.
for number 3. I think that makes sense.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm saying like
I just like flying types, honestly. I think they're really cool. I like
Honestly, if dragon weren't my number 1, flying would be.
Bird trainer Alex. That's what I want to hear.
Oh, Alex, I found out a fun fact.
What?
So, bead. I was looking up the pronunciation for it because it's based off of the saint, the Venerable Bede.
Okay.
So I am still looking up the pronunciation, but the Latinization of his name is Bidet.
Hey.
Hey!
It's
There we go.
today.
Because it's
Latinizations for the win.
BDE.
All right. So
Etymology.
the gyms that we have so far are 1 is fighting, 2 is fairy, 3 is flying, 4 is fire and ice, 5 is the next one we have to decide, 6 is ground, 7 is to be determined, and 8 is bug. So what's gym number
I think
5?
5 being dark and 7 being ghost feels fine. I forget. There's one type we're leaving out that is not our
Steel?
electric grass. Steel is the one we'd be leaving out.
There have only been 2 steel type gym leaders. It is
Steel
it
type
is-
would be a good type to have.
Then
steel
we
type
think-
gym.
then don't
Steel
do
type gyms
ghost.
are the lowest. So
Yeah, we'll just
there's
skip ghost
dark
then.
Dark has only had 1,
Yeah.
but then in terms of gyms that have only had 2 leaders, it is steel, poison, and ground.
So I would say steel as 5.
I kind of like steel as 5.
Hey, so Poison has only had 2 gym leaders. Is that
Yes.
counting the switch of Gen 1 and 2 of Koga to his daughter, or is that just
No.
is that
Wait.
lumping them together, or is that different?
That is lumping them together.
Okay.
There's
Where's
been
the other
it was
poison
Koga. It was Koga / yeah. So I counted the Gen 2 Kanto gym leaders as the same, even though their characters might have switched up. Their types were the same, so I just left those. So it is Koga, and then in Black and White 2, not the first Black and White, but in Black and White 2, there is a poison type gym leader apparently.
Okay,
Huh.
so it's dark 7, steel 5. Is that good?
Yeah,
Or should we switch to?
I think that seems fine.
Yeah.
In Gen 8, Dark is the 7th gym.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a problem?
Nah.
I
We're
mean,
gonna treat dark with
in-
more respect than they did
in Gen 1, Gen 3, and I think I think there's one other gen. Rock type is the first gen.
Yeah,
like,
Gen
they've-
4 is actually that might be ground. I forget exactly which one. I think it's rock because it's the.
I know in Gen 4 the second gym is steel.
What?
In Gen 4, Gym 2 is steel because it's that
What?
construction person.
Is that Gym 2? I thought that was later because.
I'm pretty sure that's the second gym.
Oh, wait. No. The construction person is the rock type gym because the guy who's running the steel type gym doesn't have a shirt on.
What?
That's the only
Yeah.
reason I remember.
The guy without a shirt in Gen 4 is a water type gym leader. Yeah, the miner person is the steel type gym leader.
Oh wait, no, he just has a cape on. Never mind.
Yeah.
All right, so that's our gyms then.
Think
So
so.
dark for 7.
The only steel one is Jasmine. In the Johto.
Steel type gym leaders.
Yeah.
There's a Gen 2 steel type gym leader and a Gen 4 steel type gym leader. I don't know the names. I'm pretty bad with gym leader names.
Looking at a list right now. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're thinking of Byron, Steve.
Yeah, no, I just looked him up. I thought he was later than 2.
Wow, you know who the worst gym leaders are?
Who?
Silly and Chili and Cress. Stupid monkey gym leaders.
Oh yeah,
They're the Gym
water
5 type
grass
1.
type.
So
Yeah.
it already canonical that you can pick multiple types for the same gym. I hate this.
Is that how they did that?
No, you do all 3 of them, I'm pretty sure. You have to fight all 3.
There you go.
Wow, what trash. What trash gym leaders. Yo, Black 2 White 2 has a cowboy you fight at one point. That's sick.
Oh yeah, that's the other ground type gym leader. That's the
Yeah.
only other ground type gym leader other than Giovanni.
This guy looks like he's gonna drill for oil in my backyard.
Probably he's a ground type gym leader. All right, so there we have it. That is the types picked out for the new Valor gyms, as well as some Route 1 Mons.
Mhm.
I'd say we've done a pretty good job tonight,
Yeah.
boys.
Yeah, I think next time we return to New Valor, we should pick out some signature
Yes.
pokes
Maybe
Yeah.
some
Our
legend.
gym
Oh,
leader.
some
Yeah.
signature pokes for ourselves.
for our gym
Oh,
leaders.
Oh,
For the
we're
types.
we're saving our own signature Pokemon for a while.
Well, maybe they'll come up. You know, who knows?
Okay.
We'll figure it out. We'll start getting some signatures down either way. Just to like,
Yeah.
really, we got to draw Dan's normal ghost mod. I know we gotta do that.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's true.
I think we made some good work here. I like our bug. I think it's very on topic, very good theme.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's one signature already done, honestly, like right there. Yeah, I like our tumbleweed.
Yeah, the tumbleweed.
Oh, the
Fumbletwig.
Tumbleweed's awesome. The Tumbleweed's
Fumbletwig's
so
a
good.
great mod.
Yeah, Fumbletwig is
yeah.
awesome.
I think there's still some work we need to figure out for more mouse, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Starting point. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Mormouse is going to be probably one of the signature Pokemon for the grunts of the team
Right.
that we go up against.
Right,
Team
right.
God.
We'll workshop the name. The more gods. Alrighty.
Or what's the name of the guy that found the golden plates? Joseph Smith? Is that his
Joseph
name?
Smith. Yeah.
That's the name of their leader.
We're just directly referencing the Mormons.
Their
We're not
admins, their admins are called Elder.
Oh my
Let's
god.
I mean Elder's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they're straight up just the Church of
Mormons.
Latter-day Saints.
Yeah.
That's exactly who. Oh no, it's the villain, the Church of Latter-day Saints. They don't pay taxes. Ah!
Oh man.
Yeah, maybe also next time, maybe we'll start to shape out some of this map a little bit. Who knows?
Yeah.
We could do some typography type,
That could be
region.
interesting. That could be interesting.
But yeah, lots to explore. New
The
Valor
map is-
continues to evolve.
The map is tough because you got to take a lot of like game design aspects into account when you're thinking of like where do the routes reconnect or like double back on each other, and you know like what's the
So
path?
one thing that I think would be really awesome if we could do way more work on the code development team I totally get it. You know, if budgets aren't
Team that
there,
Our development team that totally definitely exists.
Yeah.
guys,
Yes.
2022 Christmas. Is
Yeah, get
coming
ready.
out.
This is happening. This game is happening.
We should have promised a release date.
It's okay. We can push it back. There's no consequences. We'll just release it as a beta and then sell the alpha version as like DLC.
I mean, people make like fan-made poke games. It's not.
They do.
Yeah.
True.
ROM hacks is what they're
True.
called. But
I mean, this is probably going to be a 3D game, though, right? Not
yeah, it's a
2D.
3D game. Yeah, it's definitely a 3D game.
1D. 1D game.
What was I gonna say? No, where to go?
Is it almost there?
Almost
Make
there.
sure to vote on Discord for merch
True.
shirts.
Make sure to vote on Discord for bird shirts.
Click our like button. Dom, is that what you were gonna say?
Yeah, like and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah. No, I was gonna say. Oh, I got nothing. It's gone forever. Yeah. So, yep. We're actually going old
interesting.
school.
Quick merch shirt update. Peanut Butter and Jelly, or PB&J and Cosmic Horror, is now tied with
Ooh.
Pagliacci's Bar and Grill. Those are the two leaders right now.
Wow.
Oh my. Yeah, make sure to go and vote on the merch shirt you'd be most interested in putting on your body. Way to work. Yeah. So with that being said, I'm really trying to figure out what I was gonna say, but now
Were you
it's
going
the
to
worst
pick someone to
feeling.
raid?
It's 100% the worst feeling.
I guess we'll find someone to raid.
Are we going to raid?
Yeah, we'll raid. Let's say
Okay.
hi to
Why
someone.
not?
All right, we'll raid.
We will go raid someone who is
Not enough
also
people are listening to the plunks.
doing. Sure, not enough people are listening. I mean,
Hey,
they're following
Kath.
me, sure.
Thanks for
Hey,
popping in. Make sure you vote
Uh,
on the merch on the Discord. Boop, boop.
True. We will go raid Charles Lister Art. That's who we're gonna go raid. We're gonna go raid another art stream who's
Alright.
doing some
Yeah.
cool work. They're drawing some monsters, not pocket variety, but monsters nonetheless. So let's go show them some love.
Alrighty. We'll see you
Okay.
guys later this week.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks
Bye,
for
everybody.
joining us.
Thanks for coming.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Think of your own monsters to add to New Valor. We can talk
Oh,
about them
yes.
next time.
Yay.
Yes.
If you have any ideas, let us know.
Maybe we should have a new Valor.
Maybe we should
Pokemon.
have a New Valor